affiliated. There will be mature and possibly immature content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't listen at all. It's very poorly produced. Take me to your leader.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.
This is where the real freaks hang out, alright, yeah.
Simply green. Dress up for Halloween. It's the Wolfman, Mike. And we are on Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Dress up for Halloween. Alright, here comes the bats. When you hear the bats, that means we gotta go on the air. The bats have all gone, so we're here with the Monster Castle. Alright. What's happening, Adam?
Awesome stuff.
Damn. Good thing I noticed that. I had my balance all the way to the right, and I would have made people feel that's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a donation station. All right, now, listeners, Welcome to the Monster Castle. This is where all the real freaks hang out. Listen to us on TuneIn Radio and search for Monster Castle Paranormal. You can listen to us on Skype. Best thing to do is follow us on Skype. Did I say listen to us on Skype? Sorry. I mean, follow us on Spreaker, and you will get automatic notifications when we go live. Just follow either Wolfman Mike 47 or follow Monster Castle Paranormal. If you follow Wolfman Mike 47, you will also get notifications for the comedy parody show I do called Dirty Rotten Taro, which some people don't really like it very much. So use your discretion on if you want to listen to swearing and a bunch of people being crazy. It is not affiliated in any way with this show, which is actually a professionally done show. The other one is not. It is terrible. Don't listen to it. Right, Adam?
Oh, yeah.
It's where we let all our stress out.
Yep, that it is.
Music here by Shylock and Relic Adam, Shadow, and Monster Castle Rock Band. All material in the show cannot be distributed and sold without written permission from Igor. Visit our website, follow us on the links, visit Spreaker.com and follow us. Follow Wolfman Mike 47 for automatic emails informing that you have gone live. Join us on Twitter chat room. Go to monstercastleparanormal.com and donate today. We are a donation station. What's going on? Moog Boy was in the chat room, now it's gone? That's weird. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Did you see that? There's nobody in the chat room all of a sudden. Is this working? Holy shit. That's weird, man. It looks like it's live, but I don't know. Damn. Things that bother you, eh, when you're on live radio.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some news?
That we do, yeah.
And here's the news with Adam Shadow.
Oh, yeah. Scientists capture the first image of dark matter connecting galaxies. Dark matter makes up 25% of the universe, and yet we can't see it. It doesn't reflect or absorb light, and therefore it has avoided visual observation ever since it was first hypothesized way back in the early 1900s. Researchers at the University of Waterloo, however, may have just changed that. According to the press release from the Royal Astronomical Society, they've captured a composite image of a dark matter bridge that connects galaxies together. Something they say that's like a cosmic web. To create the composite image, the researchers, including Mike Hudson and master student Seth Epps, took advantage of weak gravitational lensing. This is the gravitational bending effect on distant light by large invisible masses, like planets, black holes, or possibly even dark matter. They also got a little help from the Canada, France, Hawaii telescope. A composite image, simply put, is a number of separate images combined together. In this case, the images were from more than 23,000 galaxies paired. More than 23,000 galaxies pairs located 4.5 billion light years away. By using this technique, we're not only able to see these dark matter filaments in the universe exist. We're able to see the extent in which these filaments connect galaxies together, said Epps. The potential breakthrough will have to be replicated, and more research will have to be done. it it's always possible that it's always possible this isn't dark matter, but if it is, it'll be a great step toward understanding more about the universe. Oh, and to add a weird little twist here, some researchers have suggested that the evidence of dark matter may indicate that there's an entire shadow galaxy below our own. In a matter of speaking, once we uncover the true nature of dark matter and dark energy, where will that lead us? I wonder. What else will we find? And that's the news.
Right on, brother. Awesome job.
Thanks.
Oh, we have a special guest tonight. One of the probably most positive, nicest people I've ever met in my life. And she's a very talented musician, and she's a spiritual experiencer. And I really can't tell you too much more because she's never been on any other show. It's another one of my originals. I scouted a lot of people as one of my own. I scout people. I don't want to get guests on from other shows. I don't go on other people's shows and go in their list of guests and pick them out and email them. That's not my show. I don't do it that way. I get my own. I'm a real man, like Willie would say. Ha ha. Takes a real man to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm sick of people telling me what to do and how to run my fucking show. And if I want to swear, I'll swear. And that's why I quit the network KTLK. We are no longer affiliated with it. We are on our own, independent again, like we always have been. We will do our things. Monster Castle will do things its own way from here on.
Yep.
We don't need dark and evil people telling us what to do.
You certainly don't.
Oh, by the way, I did actually erase all of last night's shows until editing because I was on a rant. It was terrible. I was so pissed off because I was not getting an answer when I wanted to go live on the network. I couldn't get an answer, and they're playing reruns, and I just got really, really frustrated with it all, and that was it for me. I'm done. I thought it was just stupid. To me, I don't know, does that make any sense to you, Adam? My wife didn't think it made any sense.
Makes sense to me.
No, I mean, like, it didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It did not make any sense. They're playing reruns, and I'm available to go live, and I was offering to go live. That's why I just went on and did my other show, Dirty Rotten Taro, because I needed an outlet. So we went bananas on that show.
Yeah.
I'll fix it up later on tonight, and I'll have those episodes back on for y'all to listen to because they are really funny. Anyways, without further ado, where is my? Oh, here, guest intro. That's what we need here. If she's there, hopefully. Amia, are you there?
You got me.
All right. Monster Castle Original. This is Amia Franz, everyone. Welcome to the Monster Castle.
You sound like a wolf.
But I am a wolf. I'm a good wolf, though. I don't bite very much. My fangs have all been beaten out of me. I just lick.
Really?
No.
Too much eating
Well, I'm
popcorn
on the other
kernels.
side of the phone, so I'm not worried.
Kurt, is he your producer?
No, Kurt is my publicist.
Okay, he's a promoter?
He promotes.
Awesome.
He sets up interviews like this one. He's got his hands in a lot of different things.
Okay, he says, what's with the fake accent, Wolf? Oh, I do all kinds of voices. I could talk to myself and you wouldn't even know. It sounds like I'm talking to like 10 people are in the conversation, but it's all me.
You should do voiceovers.
I do. but I do them for my own show.
Yeah.
I should be a professional voiceover guy, but I haven't been talent scouted for that yet. But someday they will probably, or not. I don't care, because I do it on my own. Well, that's what I don't even want to tell you. I'm not going to say it. Let's get into the topic that's at hand here. All right.
I'm ready.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself first? You're a musician and a spiritual experiencer.
I like that description. That's cool. Which one do you want me to start with?
Maybe your music. When did you get started? When you were young? How long have you, when you were a kid,
I've been strumming and singing and stuff. Well, I always say that music sort of, it's in my blood. So I probably was singing in the womb. I mean, I love music that much. So that's sort of sort of an awkward way of putting it, but truly I believe I was born loving music. And my mom played music in the house all the time, constantly. But her taste in music, just to kind of digress a little, if that's okay, she was a classical music lover, and actually both my parents. And I wasn't wild in the drug sense and all that crap, but I was sort of I always had a mind of my own, still do. So I really was more oriented towards just, mainstream music. And I always loved listening to jazz growing up. So when I was listening to music, I hated bubblegum pop stuff. Couldn't stand it. And for all those that are listening to the show, I'm talking about pop that doesn't have the flavor of jazz and smooth jazz and contemporary stuff. And I don't know, I love listening to Sade, Simply Red, Daly. He's really a great artist out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, growing up, what?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, good artists.
So you're, so you like, let me take it, from childhood, loving those styles. Let me take it up to where I am now. Right now, I'm a singer that writes, and I produce. I have a hand in producing the music, and I play guitar. It's an interesting mix. I think the music I write is an interesting mix of styles that I've always loved from a kid. So even though I don't like the more bubblegum pop, I do love pop if it's mixed with even some soft rock. So I guess it would be pop, R&B, neo soul. I just love neo soul, and smooth jazz and guitar. I'm very oriented with the smooth jazz sound. So, for example, I love listening to Brian Culbertson, Paul Hardcastle. I get a steady diet of that. I listen to that. So anyway, so I write in those styles with some soft rock too. And the style of music that I would say my productions that I work with my team through my label, which is Diamond Life Records. Paul Cook is the owner of Diamond Life, and he was founder of Sade and stuff.
Wow. Yeah,
Well, what's
I'm not
interesting
familiar
about
with
that-
the label too much, but that sounds pretty good.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to talk about, and I'll get into that later, how exciting it was. for
So
me to
he's
meet
like a big,
Paul,
is it a big,
considering some stuff.
how big is the record label? Are they fairly a big thing?
No, it's a really, I think it's a nice small label.
Oh, so
And
maybe
I
you
like
could
it
hook
that
me
way.
up then, because I've got originals. I'm not kidding.
Oh, yeah.
And Adam,
Okay.
too. Actually, Adam has really awesome originals, too. We're both
Well,
artists.
let's go.
Awesome. That is incredible. Wow.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's Adam and Mike. It's a nice small label where you can be your own person. You can carve out your own identity. You're
So
not
it's
told
an,
what you have to do. You
is
can
it
carve it out.
an indie label or?
It's an indie label, yeah. But now I'll go into some stuff later. The plan is to commercialize my career, but to go about it so that there is the creative endeavor that is not held down by a system of mores as to what I'm expected to do. So the way I'm going to carve it out is to commercialize. I don't want to give everything away, but the team and I were working on a plan for that, which would include doing live performances leading up to that. So I'm going to be working with my band and getting out, performing. That's the next big thing after I get these next songs that are in the process of being produced. The first song.
Oh, goodbye, Adam. Sorry, he had to go. He has professional painters coming in his house, and they just kicked him out, so
no.
he had to get off the air. So thanks for being on and
Okay.
giving us the news, Adam. Sorry you had to go. Join us back if you can on your phone or something. But thanks. This is just you and me now.
Okay, so I'm kind of bouncing around a lot, but yeah, I like the label. I got signed last year. And Paul and I met actually, he discovered me online, and we started talking and we just hit it off. You know how like when you talk
Like,
to some
oh, hey,
people,
how's it going, baby? You coming to my place? Oh, yeah, I'm coming, all right. That kind of hitting it off, or what? I'm kidding.
well, there's just that connection, whether it's romantic. In this case, it was, he's very businesslike, and he's really...
Oh, you mean it
into
was
what-
romantic? You guys did hit it off? Or because I was joking.
Oh, no. He's married. He's happily married.
Oh, okay. I thought I was joking about it, and I thought, oh, they did? What?
He's got a gorgeous wife. No, it's just that musical connection. Now, we met on LinkedIn. For those that might wonder, how do you meet certain people, and is it true that you can really meet someone in whatever field you're in and strike up a business association and really get stuff going? Well, in my case, I guess, yeah, it worked.
Any situation, if somebody says, oh, that never works, that's not true. There's always an exception. That's the truth. The real truth is, whatever we want to do and set our minds to it, if you want to make it work, you can make it work. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And if you think something's not going to work, dump it.
I couldn't agree with that more. Definitely.
All
But
right,
can
so
I tell you
hey,
something,
can before we're gonna go on? Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna have a break here. I started 10 minutes late, so
Oh, okay.
let's find one of your songs.
Yeah, let's do it. What song are you going to play?
Hang on. I got one saved here somewhere. I've just got to... I didn't have it turned on. Because I was thinking I had 10 more minutes. But we don't. Well, we have all the time in the world. It's my show now. I'm not on a network. I am not on the satanic network.
That's important. I'm glad we talked. We had fun talking.
But let's not talk about that, right? On the air? We talked about off the air. Let's not talk about that. Yeah.
Forget it.
Let's not talk about it at all.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, I want to tell the audience, and it's part of one of the things I wanted to mention. It's not getting... We're starting out slow here, I know. And
that's all right.
Building up to the juicy stuff that I want to get into that I've experienced on the paranormal. But prior to that, I would like to elaborate on the Paul Cook and meeting him and what had happened years before I met him that I think people might find interesting. So I'll touch on that after the song. I'm going to grab something to drink.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking right now for one of her songs. The only way she could share them with me right now, besides sending a whole bunch of files, the easiest way is I'm just going to use YouTube. Oh, here's one. Oh, yeah. This is the one I really like. This is called Spooky. All right. I got it. It is a cover tune, but she does it really well. This is Amia Franz, ladies and gentlemen, on Monster Castle.
In the cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy, you call me up and ask me would I like to go with you and see a movie. First I say no, I've got some plans for the night, and then I stop and say, alright, love is kind of crazy with a spooky little boy like you. Boy like you. You always keep me guessing. I never seem to know what you are thinking. Oh no. And if a girl looks at you, it's for sure your little outfeel weekend. I get confused 'cause I don't know where I stand. And then you smile and hold my hand. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little boy like you. Boy like you. If you decide someday to stop this little
What? Did it end already? Oh, yeah. Damn it. You know what? When I was searching for your other songs, I just crashed that one. I crashed that one by accident. Sorry, I'm going to start it over. That sucked.
Are you going to start it over?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm starting it over. Because it's cool, and I didn't mean to stop that. What
I'm
the
glad
hell?
you like it.
I like it. Let's start it over. All right.
in the cool of the evening when everything crazy with a spooky little boy like you. Boy like you. If you decide someday to stop this little game that you are playing, I'm gonna tell you all the things my heart's been dying to be saying. Just like a ghost, you've been haunting my dreams. So now I know you're not what you seem. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little boy like you. Boy like you. Spooky. Oh, alright. I said spooky. Hey, hey. Spooky. Oh, alright. I said spooky. Hey, hey. Spooky. Oh, alright. I said spooky. Hey, hey. Spooky. Oh, alright. I said spooky. Hey, hey.
Groovy, 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 groovy. I love that little squeal you put in there. Your voice went really high.
Are we on air?
Yeah, we're on the air.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wave figuratively anyway. Hoping
I could throw some more.
my
I could throw
friend
some
from
commercials
Twitter
in.
came on.
Why do you want me to play
Listen.
commercials instead?
Oh,
I can always play some reruns, and then not go live.
do
Oh,
whatever
actually,
you
no.
want to do your show.
I'm joking. I said, hey, why don't we just put a rerun on instead of going live?
Well,
I'm-
I'm following your lead.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know.
I'm picking on someone that's not here. Yeah, I don't know. But that was. I don't want to talk about it. I told you before.
Oh,
Okay, so now I want to ask you about the paranormal stuff.
I'm eating an olive, by the way.
Oh, you're eating an olive? Can you do it like right close to
Oh,
the
I can-
microphone so that everyone can hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
How's that?
Awesome.
Sound effects.
Wow.
You're making me feel right at home. In fact, for those
Yeah, I liked it.
fans that
Well,
for those fans that happen to be listening, whether they're personal fans from my Twitter, which is at Amia Singer Songs, or they're people coming on just to check me out, whatever, and see what's happening. I am sitting currently in my kitchen with my feet up on the windowsill. And I'm in a comfy chair, and my refrigerator is, let's see, approximately...
you got the window open?
I'd say about a ruler's length from my body. So when I want to eat, and you say there's a break or whatever, I'm finishing this olive right now. I can just open my refrigerator right now, like I just did now, and get something to eat. Anyway, I'm styling it here.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Well, you're mobile. You're calling from your phone, so you can do that.
Yep.
I'm jealous, actually.
Yep.
I wish I could do that. Go to my fridge and eat olives while I'm on the air.
Where are you right now?
Oh, I got 4 laptops around me, a huge bunch of just the monitor on the wall, notes, and a erasable board in front of me, my mixing board, and my guitar's right behind me too. all kinds of things right at my disposal.
Awesome.
But I'm sitting in this nice chair that's one of those, it's a computer chair. And that's the only thing. Otherwise, last night we did 9 hours of broadcasting. I don't know how I did it. I was pissed off.
What were you doing?
Comedy.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me when I first
We
called
did
you.
some good readings, Adam and I. We do tarot readings, and he does intuitive readings. Some of it was good, and some of it was terrible. So I actually took it down till I edited it because I was ranting. I was really mad.
What? Now hold on a second, just so everybody knows too, and I'll get into some interesting stuff. I figured out how I'm gonna take this outline I've got of experiences, but the very last experience.
Oh, hold on first.
It's
Then the
kinda like,
chat room
you know,
wants to know what is in your fridge first.
What's in my fridge?
Yeah.
I gotta open it.
What is in the fridge? Everyone wants to know that first.
Okay. Okay. I've got bottled water, but it's healthy because I'm a health nut. I guess that matters since you're interviewing me. I am like a total health nut. So some people might go, yuck, that doesn't look good at all. So I'll just focus on the things that most people would like. But it's going to be natural. I've got 1/4 full of spaghetti sauce. I've got organic applesauce. And then I got this really cool, it's called Tura Pure. I'm going to give a plug for Tura Pure. It's a pitcher that you get, and it's got a filter in it. And you can put any kind of water in it, and it will filter into a pure water. I mean, really healthy water. It's supposed to have a lot of benefits and stuff that way. Anyway, it's Tura Pure. Okay, I've got... Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta. Let's try to move on here. Okay, let's see. I've got.
All right, now I'm getting too. I don't want to hear anymore. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting jealous, and I'm getting really
I gotta
hungry.
get this in. I got pomegranate juice.
Okay.
Coconut juice.
Coconut.
Butternut squash.
Oh, now you're making.
Organic turkey.
Do you have
spring.
lime?
What?
Lime. It's very important.
No limes.
And no
Those are really
jalapeno,
good for
pickled
you.
jalapeno peppers?
I did, but I ate them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But
I'm
not
impressed.
before
I'm
the
impressed.
show, because it wouldn't be good for your voice before the show.
Really? I
Probably not. What do you
thought.
think?
Well, I think it'd be good because lemon and lime is really, really good to use before you do music and singing.
I know that, but I mean pepper.
Well, they have a lot of the same peptoids as lemon and lime. It's in the same family of fruits.
What do I
It's
know?
a fruit.
I don't know a damn thing. I'm gonna shut my refrigerator.
I think
I don't know
know.
anything.
To me, I think it'd be like having lime or lemon if you eat a pepper. I think it does the same thing. I think it's a fruit like that. It's not a citrus, but it's still a fruit, and it's got a lot of stuff in it that I don't know. Well, I'll try it. I'm gonna eat.
I agree with you.
I think it might. I don't know. I haven't looked into that one.
Yep. Lemons are good, especially for singers. So you're right on that.
Yeah, if you got phlegm,
Lemon,
phlegm is our worst enemy if you're singing. Phlegm.
Oh God, yes.
And you get phlegm in your throat when you're trying to sing a song. You can't really cough while you're singing, so you pretty much have to wait till the end of the song and kind of hold that phlegm in your throat, eh? You know what I mean? If you're live, it's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize that. It's hard to do.
So you've been on stage. Can I ask you questions too?
Oh yeah, I've been in band. I was in bands traveling around all over Ontario for like 20 years of my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how I got to
Now,
know
what about any of the band members? I know for me, as far as water, I always have water on stage. So what about band members and people you've worked with? Do they have water like a?
Oh, we always have water
know.
bottles. We always had water bottles, big ones, or else a big, huge picnic jug for everyone to share. Even when it was before,
Yeah.
that's way back when people used to actually share a big water jug and drink out of it. But people don't do that anymore now.
You don't know what you're gonna get with that one.
You remember when I played soccer when I was a kid? They had one big jug and everyone put their lips on it and drank out of that.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Yeah. No, I'm a one bottle woman. For me, that's it. My bottle, stay away from it.
All right.
Nobody gets to put their lips on my bottle. Anyway, can I ask you what kind of music you do? I think you're into rock, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not any category at all. Like mine is psychedelic, kind of spiritual rock. Sometimes I do folk music. I do all different stuff. I might even do a reggae song. You never know.
I love reggae.
Me too.
I'm eating more olives too. Sorry about that.
I think reggae, country, and rock should all be combined together and create something that's just. I don't like category. I don't even like categories. Actually, I hate categories. I don't think music should be categorized like that.
I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with. That's why it's important to have the freedom to be able to create and do stuff that you feel, instead of being put in some kind of a box and you're told that this is the latest flavor and you're going to write a song, or somebody else is going to write a song for you in that flavor, because that's the box we want you to fit in at the moment. I don't dig that. I don't like it. That's why I love DLR. And if Paul's listening, I know he would know that because I say it a lot.
Do you mind if I get one of my co-hosts in here, Kurt Green, if he's willing to come on? He's a Christian man. I think you guys would get along.
Oh, that's awesome, because I'm a Christian. Definitely. I don't do the tarot thing and all that stuff. Definitely, I'm
All right, I'll see if I can get him. As long as he hasn't been into the whiskey, we'll be all right.
I gotta get some more water.
Mr. Kurt Green, I hope you have not been drinking, because we have somebody very sweet and nice on here. And you better behave yourself. You better behave yourself.
I'm calling him. He's trying to call, but he's on the wrong line, so I'm calling him on a different line.
I thought you were all set up text-wise.
I have.
Remember we talked a little bit?
I have two different lines. I think I got him on this one.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Kurt? Are you there, man?
Hello, friends.
All right.
I'm the vitamin better than more.
The
Are you tired? No, I'm kidding. I am not liquored up. I'm sober as a horse.
Oh, how do you know horses are sober?
Well, sober as a what? How do you say sober as a mule? What do you do? Sober as a some preacher on Sunday. Well, Baptist, they swig behind the. But anyway.
Yeah, that water that the judge is drinking is vodka.
Baptist preachers have a flask. Don't ever let you think they don't. They swig in between benediction and prayer.
All right, I'm happy now. I got Kurt and Amia together. Everyone, here we go. All right, thank you. Amia and Kurt.
Hello, Amia. How do you do?
How are ya?
Doing great. Nice to hear you. What's up? I just got back from the store. What were you guys talking about?
Well, she's a musical guest, and she has her own music on the show, and she was just about to start talking about her paranormal experiences.
And so musical, like, do you play instruments, or what is it with you in music?
She plays guitar, she sings, and she writes her own
cool.
originals.
Yes, I'm trying to learn guitar. myself right now. I can't figure it out yet.
Hey, maybe I should tell him what if he wants to go to YouTube, he can just type in Amia Franz, and that'll.
Yeah, tell everyone that. All you have to do is, and it's Amia Franz, AMIA FRANZ.
FRANZ. In zebra.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing right now. When you said that, I'm actually.
And you guys,
okay.
You guys have got to follow me on Twitter. It's at Amia Singer Songs.
Yeah,
So don't forget
Amia
to
Singer
follow me on Twitter.
Songs. So, anyways, when you said for him to search on YouTube, that is exactly what I was doing while I was talking to you. So that's what I call a synchronicity, and that's weird.
I think it's awesome.
That is just weird because that's what I was actually doing when you said it.
My goodness.
I don't believe in coincidences. Do you believe in I don't believe in
No,
coincidences.
coincidence. No, I call it synchronicity.
Yep, that's a good word for that. Mhm.
Here, uploads. Okay, should I go to your uploads? 62 videos.
Well,
or wait a minute.
You could
Playlist. Oh, I found it. Sings cover song. No, not that one. Guitar solos, and then. There's got to be more.
There's 3 types of videos.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Right?
Which one should I go
There's
to?
3 types of videos. There's me singing live recorded videos. There's professionally recorded music that I've created videos around, and then there's demo videos where I've demoed up in my home studio here the music that I've written. It's the demo videos that I give the producers that I work with.
Okay.
So there's those 3 areas.
Yeah, but what I asked you is which one should I? How do I go to it? Which one should I go to? Playlists or I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Whatever you want. Not the playlist. I would just go to video. Click on the video.
Just
link.
all videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I've made playlists for guitar playing or playlists for cover songs and stuff, but I think the quickest route would be just to click on the video.
I'm come across this one called Amia Singing Live cover Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers, and you got almost 10,000 views on it. That one must be good, eh?
I don't know. I just did that.
I don't know.
Let's hear it. Play it.
Well, which one's got the most views here? That's usually...
Play Ain't No Sunshine. I love that song.
Oh, there's one with
Ain't No Sunshine.
I kind of want to
Or you could play the song that my producer's working on.
Hey, I got one here.
When I wrote
Amia
Call
original.
Extraordinary Love.
Here's an Amia original song called Christmas Time All Year.
I want to hear Ain't No Sunshine.
That. Don't play that. Can I play? How about this? Play Extraordinary Love, which is the first. If you're on my homepage on my YouTube channel, it's the first video on there, and it's called Extraordinary Love. It's the first song I'm going to record. I've received the donations from people on GoFundMe, and it's ready to go. They're working on it now.
Okay, and then we'll do the one
You
that
can do
Kurt
that one.
wants.
You can
Yeah.
play whatever you want, Mike.
I think I gotta appease Kurt here first because he asked first, right? He wants to hear that one. He's dying to hear it, so I'm gonna do that.
Ain't No Sunshine. Let me get my guitar.
Ain't no sunshine. All right, this is Amia singing "Ain't No Sunshine."
Singing in my room studio at home.
Ow.
I sang it last week in my studio.
It's not warm when he's away.
Yeah.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house it ain't no home anytime he goes away. Wonder this time when he's gone, sunshine when he's gone, and this house sitting no home anytime he goes away. I know, 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 I know. Ain't no sun, ain't no sunshine, ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house sitting no home anytime he goes away. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house sitting no home anytime he goes away.
Man, I used to be in love with Stevie Nicks, but now not anymore. This is
No
better.
sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away.
Just as good. That's a one taker, eh?
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone.
That's a one taker.
And this
Yeah, you
house
just put it on and you didn't do a second. That's just live, actually, really.
he goes away.
That's amazing,
That
man.
I sat, I put a curtain
Ain't
in
no
back of me in my
sunshine
home studio,
and
Yeah.
kind of like a bedroom home studio.
Did
setup.
something make you sad and to record that one and somebody do something to you?
Yes, that means if there's a hesitation, yes.
I'm reading
Well-
you now. I'm reading you now, eh?
Well, actually, in
Your
this
spirits,
case,
your guardian
most
angel
of
is
the
telling
songs
me.
that I write, and most of the songs that I choose are either songs that hit me because of the feeling or experience I've had, or in this case, it wasn't. I didn't choose to sing that song because of a personal experience, although I can relate to the words. I'm sure most people can't for that song. But I actually picked that song because I love it. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that
Yeah.
Bill Withers is so awesome. So I love this song. So that's why I picked it.
Awesome job. Good
Yeah,
job.
it was a
Sound
great job, but I blew it because I thought I was feeling that somebody heard her, and that's why she's singing that. So I'm a
That
terrible
would have
psychic.
been a better story, huh? Yes, my love of my life went off with another gal. It ran off. And I
Yeah,
had to sit down, drink whiskey, and play this song. It would have been better that way, huh?
No, wait, guys. I don't drink. I don't
No,
drink at all.
I was kidding.
I know.
It was
you
a joke.
Anyway, I can't say I don't drink. I drink on special occasions.
yeah.
You know, just
Like right now, it's a special occasion. We just met,
I think you're right on that.
and before you
Where's my
stay,
olive?
when you go on stage or on the radio like this, don't you have a couple drinks to calm you down and your nerves so you loosen up? Most people do.
You know what? I don't. I pray.
That's good.
Seriously.
Awesome.
That's where I get the energy. It's positive, good, clean
Yeah.
energy. And when I pray, I'm telling you,
I have nothing
Boom.
against it. We
Go
support.
right to the
you know,
creator.
we support all spiritual beliefs on this show.
I love Lucy, Lucille Ball and Desi. The Secret. They would do shots. They're all liquored up in those shows. I love Lucy. They're if you were to smell their breath, all liquored up. All four of them drink before you start taping.
well, she had an alcoholic problem, I think.
Yeah, they all
Serious,
did.
very
Everybody did
serious,
back in
I
the old
think.
day. Everybody had a
Did
flask.
you guys know
was
that Lucy was responsible for Star Trek having its
Yes.
appearance on TV?
That's Lucy.
She was brilliant.
Lucille
Debbie
Ball
Uh-huh.
is the one who made Star
Desi-
Trek Trek
Desi Lou
possible.
Productions.
Yeah,
Desi.
so I have a great respect for that woman because without her, we would have never had Star Trek.
He won't be after they divorced in '61, was it? She took over the Desilu Productions.
Yeah.
He was president, but they divorced. He was the one with the big alcohol problem, bigger than her. He went defunct,
Oh,
she
my.
said. Yeah. Poor folks back then.
She's so awesomely talented. Oh my God.
Oh, I know. It was
She's so
during. It
talented.
was everything went kaput during Kennedy assassination. That was when they divorced. Right after that, everything just went dark. After that day, everything went dark. Cars got ugly. Even everybody drinking. It was all. Everything went sour. And
I think the whole
terrible.
planet went sour. Maybe
It
the whole
did.
universe
It did.
went sour.
It did. It really did. Really. A lie. That big lie that day was a lie from hell. That November '63.
You know, another thing as far as things kind of going goofy was 911.
Yes.
911 was just
Awful.
so devastating.
I still feel I have to bathe with Clorox about that day. Awful that day. Oh, God, just ruined my life.
Can you sing the highest note right now that you can
Taylor.
sing?
What?
No, that's somebody from the chat room. Ask her to sing the highest note she can sing.
Oh my God.
That's a hard request.
I
I
would
don't know.
do it if I was on stage or something, but I'm eating a prune.
Kurt and I did it.
Hey, wait, I've got an idea. Instead of me singing it live, you could play Wait Mariah. That's one of the highest.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Mariah. How does she get that high? I don't know how she get up there. I couldn't imagine, but she can squeal.
It's
way
called
up
a
there.
whistle register.
Oh, you got to get into a different mode in your mind to get that high. Something go on there. My Lord.
I do it
it's
a different way.
mechanical too, Mike.
What do you
Mike,
think?
it's
And to be on key,
mechanical.
too.
Yeah,
Hang on a second.
a lot of practice.
Okay, if we're
She
gonna jump to that
practices
song, I gotta
all the
add
time.
this one. I gotta add this one somewhere so I don't have to research it.
You have to use your diaphragm. I know that. You got to use your gut. to
Okay,
get-
what was
I
the
know
song?
That's part of.
What was the song called again? The one with the high note in it?
Wait, like wait,
Yeah.
in the waiting room. Wait, Mariah, and then Mariah Carey at the end. Mariah. So,
Okay.
Wait, Mariah.
Yeah, I've heard of this song.
Oh,
Mike,
by the
I
way,
Wait,
think
Tony,
you're
Mariah, I
gonna
got
be
it. I got it.
Mike,
Yeah?
I think you're going to be responsible for me gaining weight while I'm on the show.
You're not gonna gain weight by eating olives. Go ahead, hon. It's fine.
almonds good fat.
I'm just-
It has
Olives are
fat, but
good.
Almond have a good fat.
If you could squish
tonight,
one through the
Titanic
phone
sunk
and pass
tonight.
it to me, that'd be great.
Titanic sunk right now.
Oh, anyways, we never addressed Good Friday here. It is Good Friday. What does it mean
No,
to
we
you?
must.
So you two are the Christian people here. So what does it mean to you?
That's more of a Catholic kind of thing, but Friday, just the Friday before Jesus arose, it was 3 days from today that he conquered death. Satan thought he used Judas to Judas was sold Jesus with coins and gambled and told all this and caused him to die, but that was all part of his plan. And 3 days from tonight, Jesus conquered death. Nothing can hold my Lord back. So it's a Good Friday, yeah. That's about what I think about Friday.
I think a Good Friday is when I got beer and a nice Jamaican cigarette,
Oh, well.
which is nothing wrong with it. It's a herb that God give us.
It is a great Friday, knowing that in 3 days death is conquered, and we have nothing else to worry about ever.
How do
we
you
have
feel?
nothing else to
How do
worry
you
about
feel,
now.
Amia? How do you feel about marijuana? They're going to legalize it in Canada shortly here.
Well, how do I answer this? I think the best way to answer that is to mention something first, which is my philosophy, and then get into actually tell you what I think about
Okay.
that herb.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell my Twitter friends this too. I believe that love is the most powerful feeling. It's the most powerful thing you can give to other people in various contexts. So I don't judge people. I just tell them how I feel with regards to allowing people the freedom to be themselves. Now, that does not mean that I agree with the way they live their life or whatever they're doing, but I'm not going to sit in judgment of them as far as making them feel bad. I'm just going to say, look, this is how I believe. I'm a Christian. And in my particular case, I don't do marijuana. I'm not somebody that drinks.
You don't need it.
Well, I don't know. I just don't do it. I'm a health nut.
Okay, can I ask you, do you have like physical
So
pain?
I
Do
get
you
high
take
off of celery or something.
Do you take pain pills for anything or anything like that?
Well, if I'm, and that gets to that, to stay consistent with the fact I'm a health nut, if I've got pain of any kind, I either pray about it or I'll go to my natural, stuff that I
take a couple Tylenol, for goodness sake.
All right, no,
Tylenol, I want you take Tylenol from time to time, of course. Just regular kind of life, right?
Oh, maybe not. I don't take Tylenol. That's a wicked thing to me. Tylenol kills more people.
No,
Kurt, do you realize statistically? Hang on,
Tylenol.
Amia, he's brought up something sensitive here. Tylenol kills more people than car accidents. Tylenol is the number one cause of death in the world. It is poison. People, you got to realize that. No, it's true, man. Statistically,
in the old days,
dude, they hide the statistics from you. You're not getting the truth. The truth is, Tylenol is poison.
No wonder we're all dying.
From a health standpoint, from a health nut standpoint, coming from me in this group here, I do not. Even when my son was little, I would not give him Tylenol.
What happened? What's wrong with aspirin? What is wrong with natural aspirins? It's from willow bark that the native Indians Indians boiled the willow bark and
I thought it was aspen bark.
Aspirin is made from willow. It's from a weeping willow tree, dude. It's a white willow actually, and you just take the bark off and you boil it. I can make my own aspirin. And it works, and it's a natural herb that is not bad for you.
Herb.
And as a matter of fact, it'll stop you from having a heart attack as well as take your pain away, and it won't hurt you. But Tylenol will. It'll kill you. If you take Tylenol every day, you're just taking time off your life.
People die of it. Yes.
Yes, it's a number one cause of death in America is Tylenol. It's a hidden fact.
It's something, though, that the things that do heal us are like from tree bark, from plant, from
the shamans,
root, whatever.
See,
exactly. It's amazing to me that all the healing pills, if you look at their ingredients, be from Earth. You know what I mean? That's so cool.
Yes.
I love it.
It's totally awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So me, I'm more of a herbalist, a natural herbalist, and I won't take any medications that aren't like from and derived and in a natural form from a plant. We have everything given to us by, as you would call, God at our disposal.
Amen.
And why are we making these chemical forms of stuff and pills and stuff and poisoning people from, and most of it is chemical waste from products they don't know what to do with, so they dump it into your system, so your body processes it to get rid of it because it won't break down naturally, and it's usually from some factory that has chemical waste, and they found out, oh hey, it gets rid of headaches, so let's dump it on the people. They don't care about you.
What I've been doing lately
antibiotics are bad for you too. I mean, antibiotics it breaks down your immune system, and your body, what you need is natural stuff that will work with your body to work against stuff that you're trying to get over, whether it's bacterial or whatever. I found the natural combinations of herbs and whatever, they work the best because you're not killing the good bacteria in your body. Antibiotics kill the good bacteria in your body, and some bacteria is healthy to have. But
Exactly.
so anyway, I guess we all agree on that.
Totally. You too, Kurt? What do you think of that statement?
I agree completely. Yeah, I've been recently just trying to. I cut up a lemon of a morning. Just cut up a lemon in ice water, and then that lemon all day. Drink that, and as it ferments throughout the day, and I'm drinking I replenish the water and ice, and by the end, something with a lemon water, just so good for your body. It just, I don't know, it get more lemonier by the evening. It's all fermented and it tastes really good.
Okay, that's the drinking trigger word of tonight's program is lemonier.
Lemonier. Is that a word? Lemonier?
I think you just made it up. I love it.
Lemonier. How would you spell it? Lemoniar.
Every time Kurt says lemonier, take a drink.
Yes. Okay, lemonier. 5 shots, all of you out there.
That's right.
It's a great word. It's a great word.
No, but it's so good. I don't know. It just replenishes me when I drink lemon water.
We're having fun, man.
Good.
We're having too much fun here.
It's really good for you.
Yeah,
we're having way too much
fun. No question about it. It's good for you.
It just tastes good. And it keeps, you know what? Lemon water make your breath fresh always. Never have bad breath in lemon water. Fresh.
Hey, you guys, if you want a natural deodorant, take a lime and cut it in half.
Yeah.
And that
what?
is, listen, I can't.
Put lime under your arm, rub it under your arm.
Cut a lime in half and use it for a deodorant. It works better than anything.
Wow.
Do you know?
No aluminum in them.
What a beautiful suggestion, and I do that, and I've told people this.
You do it?
Yes, I already know that trick, and I take lemon or lime juice and I mix it with lilies of the valley and other things to make my own perfumes and everything.
Oh, wow.
Lie like
I'm
that.
not.
Creative.
No, my grandma taught me how to do that.
Oh, she did not.
Yes, she did, sir.
She was
she was a French maid from Belgium, and she taught me a lot of things, man. She taught me how to.
Women are smarter than men.
This was passed down to her because she was trained as a French maid way back in the day, and they had to learn all kinds of stuff from scratch. They had to do everything from scratch. So I learned how to make everything from scratch. I don't have to buy packages for anything. I know how to make. I know French cuisine, gourmet French cuisine. Once you know that, you only need staples.
Oh my God.
You don't need the basic ingredients, and you can make anything you want. And perfumes and stuff was one of the things that they were taught how to make too.
I like 80s polo, green polo from the 80s. Remember that polo? That's my cologne.
They actually use lime juice in most, or lemon in a lot of perfumes. It's one of the, or lemon oil, or that is one of the ingredients in a lot of perfumes and colognes. It is one of the main ingredients.
Lemon oil?
Yeah, man. Next time you smell, you put some aftershave on or whatever you're doing, or perfume, just think about it and smell, and you'll notice the lemon or lime.
You can smell lemon. I do.
Oh, yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
It's that bitter.
But did you know that
twangy smell? Huh?
Did you know that underarm deodorant is nasty poison too?
Oh, it is. It's got aluminum in it, and God knows what.
These things that they're making you wash up with are terrible.
A whole bunch of bad stuff, and some people
you tell me that
think vaccines are okay. They're not. I could rattle off a whole bunch of stuff. Vaccines are really bad.
All right.
I use Ivory soap. Tell me that's all right.
That's the one
Ivory soap.
Ivory is
99.9% pure. It says.
That's what I use too. So you're on the right now. Yeah. What do you use, Amia?
Soap.
I actually use Ivory as well. What do you use?
I use natural soaps.
Some people use goat milk soap. Artbell.com.
Oh,
Heather
yeah.
has a goat. I would not use goat milk to rub on my body. Would not do that. So,
Okay, Darren says in the chat room that heart disease is the number one cause of death. But what is the heart disease caused by?
smoking cigarettes like what did.
No. I was a tobacco farmer, and tobacco has nothing to do with cancer or heart disease.
I think it's pollution in the air. Then
What about genetics, you guys?
I actually think most of this stuff, if you look at the timeline, you see when it starts, when all this cancer and shit starts, is exactly the same period of time that they started using petroleum and burning petroleum and having cars and all this petroleum exhaust. And
what killed my brother.
This tells the story right there. It's petroleum, exhaust fumes. Your kids are walking down the sidewalk, sucking it back. They're getting killed.
We wouldn't even need health care if we did away with oil. Everybody be well. Skies would be blue. My Lord.
And you would be able to drink the water again out of the streams.
Oh, shoot.
I think the healthcare system sucks.
No, they're going. The honest truth of it is what they're doing is poisoning.
The death culture, guys.
They're going and poisoning your environment, and then charging you for health care that is garbage and giving you more poison.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there and taking it.
We should have free free cars. Cars don't need oil. We have Tesla.
Exactly.
Free energy.
He had no shit. He had it back in the 20s. So what the hell? What's going on here?
They stole
Good
that
point, Kurt.
invention and hid it from all of us, and we have to use gasoline. And my brother died with fumes from the exhaust pipe. Is how he killed himself. Yeah, he did that purposely. So if he can add an hour with a hose to your exhaust, then when we're in gridlock, I said, we're in gridlock traffic. Every day I am in Phoenix. It's awful. You're sitting there and you're smelling all that. Oh, a little bit at a time. Scotty, do it in an hour. We do a little bit of time. Alzheimer's probably because of that. Breast cancer, no telling. I bet.
Well, but what about chemtrails, you guys?
Okay, can you tell us a bit what you know about
Anybody know about chemtrails?
I know a lot, but it's your show, so why don't you tell us what you know about it first?
Well, my understanding is you can tell, first of all, you can tell a chemtrail, which is what's coming out of the back end of a plane. When you see these streaks across the sky and they just kind of sit there.
Yeah, because they usually don't dissipate, but I know what you mean. You mean when they don't dissipate and they just spread out. I've seen that. I've seen that. Yes, it's weird. Yeah, everyone should be aware of this. If you look at the sky in your environment, that something new has started when they. Amia, do you realize that some people have photographed these planes that are giving those things or videoed them, and they shape shift into orbs or in some weird form and then back into a plane, and they have no markings on them. I don't even think they're planes. I don't know what they are.
Well, there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
I tell you, I don't know what and I've seen pictures of one plane though, and it showed all these aerosol cans on the back of it. I mean, they took all the seats out of this airliner, and you can see all the aerosol cans all lined up in there where the seats were. But I actually think that may be a Photoshop thing that someone put in, and well done Photoshop. I don't believe it.
Too, yeah.
I don't know what they are, because I'm starting to believe that there's, after all the holographic imaging and force fields stuff that I've been hearing about, that might be what it is. And we are living in a computer generated holographic overlaid reality. We have
spiritual is overlapping with the 3 dimension.
Oh no. They've figured out the technology now to actually make a holographic image. And then they use a force field, and it feels solid, but it's not real. It's a computer generated holographic force field image. It feels solid. We're talking when you used to go into the holodeck in Star Wars, but this is real, and they can do it all over the planet.
You mean like a 3D printer effect?
Well, they can pretty much, yeah, do anything. They can create reality. They could create someone that's not real, but he looks real, feels real, but it's not real. It's a holograph with a force field.
That is unreal. Wow.
I gotta go.
That's
I'll
crazy.
See you all later.
Oh
Bye-bye.
man, why? You don't like my ideas?
Nice to meet
No, I've
you.
got to go. I've got a date with my girl. Got to play her music.
Oh,
So I'll talk-
nice. Oh, thanks for coming on, Kurt.
Yeah, you all have a good night.
Nice meeting you, Kurt.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. And you have a good night. Lord bless both of you. I'll talk. Be sure my show 6 to 7 Arizona time Sunday night, the Kurt Green Hour.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee with Kurt. Be sure to now.
All right. Kurt Green
Have a
Hour.
beautiful day, Kurt.
Bye bye.
How do they get Kurt Green Hour? You can find it on Spreaker.com. This is Amia Franz. Wait, Mariah.
I know, girl, what you should do. Why you let him treat you so bad? He's not the best thing you've ever had. You're not me, I'm not you. Really now, take my cue. Shake that thing that's in your head. Just watch your mojo in his bed. Wake up and look up. Damn sure understand. Losing a man. Wait, Mariah, didn't I tell you so? I said wait, Mariah, sooner or later you go. You're not me, I'm not you, but I know, girl, it makes you blue. Bury that thought that makes you sad. He's not the best thing you've ever had. You're not me, I'm not you, but really now, take my cue. Shake that thing that's in your head. Just watch your mojo in his bed. Wake up and look up. Damn sure understand. Using a man. Wait, Mariah, didn't I tell you so? I said wait, oh Mariah, sooner or later you go. Wait, Wake up and look up. Damn sure understand. Losing a man. Wait, Mariah, didn't I tell you so? I said wait,
By another minute.
Mariah, wait, sooner or later you go. I said wait, I said wait, Mariah, didn't I tell you so? I said wait, Mariah, sooner or later you go. Wait, Mariah, didn't I tell you so?
All right. Monster Castle Paranormal Radio, and I am the Wolfman. Visit our website, monstercastleparanormal.com, and follow us on the links. Visit Spreaker.com and follow Wolfman Mike for automatic emails informing you that we have gone live. Tell your friends. Join us on Twitter. Our chat room is 47 Talk. Hashtag 47 Talk. Live. Interaction. Wow, okay, I'm done. Did you like that?
Yep.
That was Kurt Green's thing, but I was just talking over it.
Yeah, he seems like a really laid back, nice person.
He is. He's a pretty good guy. I like when he's sober.
And he was tonight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he was. He was a gentleman. Got another caller, I think. We got callers on the other line.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, somebody's joining us. Who's there?
It's Darren.
Oh, right on. How's Darren? How's it going, Darren?
How do I sound?
Adam? Is Adam there too?
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
As cold.
You guys. That's a big, nice surprise to have you joining us right now, man. Like I'm gonna.
Hi, Adam.
That's a big surprise. Nice surprise. How's it going, guys? This is Darren, the man of Darren, the man of a million questions, and Adam Shadow from Monster Castle Paranormal are joining us co-hosts. Thank you. All right, you guys are on, man. It's your show now.
How's it going tonight?
All
right.
Yeah, man.
No. I was going to ask her about her talking voice versus her singing voice. It's so different. At least on the phone.
Actually, I was getting to that. I was going to ask that same question. You sound so different talking to you than the voice I'm hearing when you're singing. I was going to ask the same question.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've had people tell me that, but I've never really gone into a discussion about it. But so this is the first time. So maybe I should ask you a question about that. What's so different about the speaking voice as opposed to singing?
Well,
I'm curious.
Okay. Also, I have to think about Adam has a stuttering problem, but when he sings, he doesn't have one. So maybe.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. Like people, when singing voice is totally different than your talking voice. Like, look at me. I can imitate all kinds of different voices. Do you want me to go get Vladimir Putin?
That would be neat.
All right.
But you didn't answer my question. What is the difference? I mean, is it higher? Do I sound more?
Yeah, no. It's your voice is very
more delicate.
Angelic,
and it's lower.
High
it's
angelic
lower.
voice, but you got a wavery kind of quiver in your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
At least that's the way we hear it.
Oh, that's what you're hearing right now?
No, but you always sound like that. It's almost like there's a flanger on your voice.
The singing
Weird.
voice is deeper. It's richer.
And when you sing, it's not there. I don't hear that. But I know it's the same person. When you sang on that last live tune, if you guys are doubting it, no, that is her voice. If that's what you're thinking. No, it is her voice.
Yeah.
Look at all the different voices I do. Artists can do that. We can change our voices. We don't need effects for it. Back in the day, there was none.
No, that's true. That's true. There's a lot of variations in what a singer can do with their voice as far as singing.
Yeah, like for instance, I believe someone's coming in. Hang on. Uh-oh.
Well, that's interesting.
Uh-oh. Somebody's coming in.
Hello, this is Vladimir Putin. What do you say? He said to come here.
I am here. What do you want to know? I am Vladimir. Mr.
Vladimir, do you sing?
I don't sing very much. I like to dance with my clothes off.
Oh, no.
Man, that's
You free ball.
all right. Are you sure you want to hear any more from this guy, man? He's weird. What do you mean we're the stupid wolf man? Shut up. Yeah, okay, all right.
Where's
Okay.
Father? Go get Father. It's Good Friday. We need Father.
That's true.
Father
I should
Guido.
get Father Guido in here because Vladimir's pissing me off. Vladimir, get out of
Send
here.
it-
man.
See if Igor
Get
can
out
put
of
him in the
here.
dungeon.
All right, let's come
My-
back again, you asshole. I'm going. Bye. All right, thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. Basically, give us a warning next time you come. Thank you, Vladimir. Bye. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Okay, you want Father Guido? Father Guido.
I want Igor to get Father.
Igor, let Father Guido out of the dungeon. Hang on a sec. Guido's gonna. He'll be coming.
Yes, master.
Bless you all. How are you doing? Yes, my son. Do you need... Who is that? You want Father Guido,
Sounds
yeah?
like-
What's going on?
That's not Father. That's Vladimir Putin again, pretending to be Father. Put him back
Yes, I
down there.
strangle him. Oh, you figured me out already?
Go get Father.
Damn it, I tried to trick you and it didn't work. Okay, I'll go get him. 50 cents, 50 cents.
There he is.
50 cents, 50 cents. Every time 50 cents he does that. It's a sin, you know that, eh? There's a sin in it.
Hey, Father, we missed you.
Hey, he's a
Kinda leaving
sinning
him.
man. Whoa, did you hear
Where is
that
he?
when I talk? It was like some demon was coming in.
Uh-oh. It's Good Friday.
That's all
Can't have
right.
that.
Bless her. Come on. I put some holy water there, and we have a nice bit of holy water on us, and we say, bless her. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Wolf Man.
I heard last night on the other show that the Pope did say he would love to baptize some aliens.
I will baptize the aliens anytime if they want to be in our church, because they better get in our church first. And if they don't, I'm going to grab them and I'm going to get them. And I'm going to baptize them, alien things.
Good.
Oh, yeah. We're taking them down with you think of it with our observatory? Have you been to the observatory?
I have. What's the name of the
But we
telescope?
can't smack them down with our particle weapon, the beam, because it's not really an observatory.
What is it?
We got a particle beam of weapons, and we shoot their stupid little ships down, and when they smash it down and smack it down, we go get them and baptize them.
They usually survive, though.
Forcefully baptize them, forcefully.
You have to forcefully. They don't like it.
It's like that. You shove them in, you say, come on, you get them baptized. You stink, you alien. We don't know the kind of bugs you got on you. Just get it in there. Get it in the water.
Yeah.
You gotta forcefully stretch them out a bit. Oh, man. The best way, I'll tell you, get them in there, and then stretch them a bit. Oh, man, I stretch a little bit too much.
He's screaming. It's
I'm
awful.
sorry, alien boy.
Heads were popping.
Damn. I tried to been. I reckon that one again. I shouldn't have. Oh, man, it's the same thing. I'm sorry, man. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye, Father.
Bye-bye.
I think he
So-
has to go clean off brains off of his tunic.
Oh, no. I hope not.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? It's Marvin Spacely. Hi.
Hey, Marvin.
Yeah. Wolfman, he was mad yesterday. Man.
Yeah, he was really mad. I couldn't calm him down. I tried.
Nobody could calm him down. He was full moon. He was so charged up from the full moon earlier in the week.
Oh, did you talk to him yesterday?
No, I stayed quite clear.
That's probably a good idea.
He was
Yeah.
nasty.
I
All
called
right,
him
I gotta
fiery.
get it. He's coming.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you freaks, man. This is where all the freaks hang out, in the Monster Castle. All right, I am the Wolf Man, and I'm back.
Welcome back.
That was Marvin Spacely, everyone.
So what'd you think of those voices?
Scared.
Oh, don't be scared. I was showing you my different characters I do on the show.
No, it's awesome. That still doesn't negate
It is
the fact
scary.
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm
What are you scared of?
scary. Scary.
What is scary?
Your voice
Which one was
is
the scariest?
I'm curious. What?
scaring me.
Oh my gosh, no, sir.
scared.
There's nothing to be scared of. I just do sound effects and voices and stuff.
He's just being silly.
Yeah, no, my show is kind of like a Halloween parody kind of feel to it. It's Halloween here every day. So that's why I liked your
Yeah.
song called Christmas Every Day, because I thought if we play your song Christmas Every Day on my Halloween Everyday show, maybe it'll take some of that darkness out of it.
Have you asked her about her paranormal stuff yet?
That's what I want to get into. And we want to
No,
hear your
just
paranormal
skipping it.
stories.
I'm ready to go if you guys are.
Okay, let's go right into it. And I don't know, unless we need a break. You guys had a break. I didn't, but you did.
I could use a quick break and unpack here for a sec.
All right then. What kind of break you
Well,
want?
now, let's see where we can start. Actually, I created a basic outline.
Oh, good.
I've always been really, I guess you could say I'm an intuitive, but I think it's, for me, especially being a Christian, I have a gift of prophecy and a gift of discernment. So some of these examples, some of them in the list I created that I'm going to tell you guys about, some of them are prophetic, where I actually saw things happening before they did. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys that from the very beginning when I was a kid, I always had this strong sense about the spirit realm. Always. I just felt it. And I can remember my brother and I, when we were sleeping in the same bedroom, we were really young then. I remember one night, as clear, describing it right now, as clearly as if it were happening, where I saw a shadow person. You guys familiar with that?
Quite.
Shadow people?
Oh, yes, dear. Quite familiar. I exercise houses so that children can sleep in them. I do perform exorcism for people if they need me to. I'm familiar with it. Very.
So you're really familiar with... Well, I can remember one night, my brother was asleep. He was sleeping across the bedroom. And so his bed was by the windows on the opposite of where my bed was. My bed was right in front of the door to the bedroom, which that night with the lights out except for the bathroom light, we had a bathroom just a little ways down from the doorway of our bedroom. So my bed was right in front of the bedroom door, with the back part of the bed, the foot end of the bed, was right in front of the door. So I was lying there.
You were scared, weren't you? I can feel it off you. You were terrified.
Oh my God. I was lying there, and all of a sudden I woke up. And if you can picture a long hallway from the doorway of the bedroom, with on the left side, just down the hallway, is the bathroom. The light on, and then you keep going straight to where the door goes out the house into the garage. Now, all of a sudden I woke up, and I looked up, and I was in just a single bed with little sides on it and stuff. And I looked up and I saw this shadow of a man with a hat.
Oh no.
And yeah, it was a shadow man.
I've seen one.
Yeah, and it was like he had a top hat on.
Yeah.
And a trench coat.
Did it look kind of 1800s style?
Yeah, it didn't look like he was from
our
time period at all.
Exactly.
No.
Oh, that's cool, because mine was the same thing. I noticed that detail, and I wanted to ask someone that. And that's cool that we both have. What time period do you think it was? Actually, it doesn't really matter, because we both think it was from a different time period, so who knows what it is. But that's interesting.
Well, it was definitely... when I first saw him, and I didn't see any eyes or anything, it was just like, you know, like in kindergarten, how kids do, like, vignettes of their face. I mean, vignettes, you know, where it's just taking black construction paper.
Yeah.
And it's just a silhouette. That's the word. I'm trying to find the word. So it was a silhouette of this guy with the top hat. And
what did it do?
Coat.
What did it do?
It just... Now, this is going to freak you out, because you can find...
first off, wait a minute. First off, what did you do? Did you hide somewhere and run, or what? You must have been scared, right?
No, I was scared out of my mind to where I just was frozen.
Yeah. What were you thinking then? What were you thinking?
Well, it seemed like it wasn't real, but yet, because I couldn't see any features. But at the same time, it was definitely an entity. It was something that was my first experience with the spirit realm.
Okay, did it move? Did you see it move at all, or did it just stand there and stay in one spot?
Did I?
And how long?
Wait till you hear the next part of this story.
How old were you?
I was sitting there. I was frozen, scared. And then all of a sudden, this figure turned and ran down the hallway.
Oh my God. That would have fucking been... Oh my God. Darren.
Listen, it ran down the hallway.
Holy shit.
And the door... What?
Towards you?
No,
Did it run?
It turned... It ran out of the room. Okay, I should be more descriptive.
I'm totally blown away by your story, because I believe it.
I'm getting scared now.
It left the bedroom, because here's the thing. The doorway was about 6 feet from the back of my bed. So picture this. The figure had come in the room without me seeing it and stood right over the bed like it was looking at me. And then
How far?
I was frozen, and I looked at it, and then like a minute later, it turned, ran, but listen, it ran down the hallway. It ran to the door.
It's no wonder
to
you
our
got
garage.
a quivery, shaky sound in your voice. Is because you got the motherfucking shit scared out of you.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm sure that.
Did it float? Or did you hear its footsteps?
No footsteps. But listen, when I was sitting up in bed when I watched it go down the hallway, and my parents always locked the door, always. You don't leave a door open at night. And guess what? It went up the door, but when my dad got up, because I screamed, my dad went down the hallway and he said that the door was not locked. But it wasn't a human being. I know it wasn't. No way. It was a shadow person.
Did you ever did anyone
ever
come in and exercise the property? That's what I
No,
do.
not our family. I always felt there was.
Didn't you didn't know where to go to tell anyone, or to tell anyone about this, or?
No, but you got to remember, my family wasn't into that kind of stuff.
No.
I always felt really weird growing up because I always saw things different, and I felt that spiritual realm, and my family didn't.
Well, that sucks.
So they wouldn't have even been interested.
So you had
in
no
that.
support.
They would have
That's
either
terrible.
thought it was crazy.
You had no support at all. That's terrible. I feel bad for you, hon. That's
No,
awful.
they didn't. They didn't want to have anything to do with stuff like that.
You kept
But
it
what
all
was
inside.
weird- Yeah.
You kept it all inside. You bottled up.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
I couldn't share that.
Well,
type
you
of
can
thing.
share
And
it.
there's some
You
stuff
can
I'm
share
gonna
it
share
here.
with
You can share it here.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys are. This is an awesome show.
Yeah, that's
Aw.
awful.
It really is.
We really
We
feel for you.
Try. That's kind of like
No,
Adam.
but
when he was-
listen, when that thing went out the door, my dad, he got up because I screamed. And my dad said, "What's going on?" And I said, "Dad, there was some thing. It wasn't human." And of course, you can imagine his face.
Oh, so you did
He
tell
said-
him. That's
Oh, I
awesome.
told
okay.
him, but he
so what was
said-
his response?
But that's the whole thing. These people, my parents, and even my brother, they were not intuitives. They were not people
Yeah,
that...
we're following you there, but we
Yeah.
want to know what they said. What
All he
was
said
what was
I
his
don't see how
answer?
it's possible because the door's locked,
That was his answer to you. That's pretty cold.
They probably
basically.
thought you were dreaming or something.
No, that's a cold, dead response from someone who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was...
Well, he's probably afraid.
And that's an interesting thing you just
Or
said. Because,
or he either doesn't care, or he doesn't want to look at it because he's terrified himself. And
He doesn't wanna
doesn't
look
want
at
to
it.
admit it. Probably
When
seen it
the-
too.
When the shadow person came in, did you feel a sensation of a coldness, or a kind of a strange smell?
no, not at all. But I knew it was not human.
I'll tell you right
I knew
now,
it.
I think most people see these things, but most people will not admit it because they don't want to look nuts, like us. We're making ourselves look like we're crazy people. They'll put us in the psycho ward for believing and seeing this shit. So, but it's real, and I think they all see it.
Real.
It is real, and I've seen them myself. Silhouettes of people, and running across the fucking wall. Right when I was doing a show, actually, once it freaked me right out. It was incredible. My last studio had a glass window right in front of me, and I have the curtains open usually, and I had the window open too. It was summertime, but I can see a reflection in the window because the light's on and it's dark out there, so it creates like a mirror effect. So, you know what I mean? And anyways, I was watching. I was just looking up through the window, and the door's shut, and I saw, and I'm alone in there, right? And I saw a shadow run across the wall, from one length to the other, right behind, like across the back wall in that reflection. I turned around. What the? You know? Holy crap! I know what you mean.
There is. Well, when I.
That's nothing.
You want me to give you a series of? I'm going to talk to you about a series of stuff.
Have you
ever
experienced any orbs like that actually floated right up to you? An energy orb? Have you encountered these?
Not orbs, but mostly like I had another experience with a shadow person.
So it's just mostly shadow people. See, I get orbs and glowing orbs come right at me. Holy shit.
How old were you when that first one happened? And how long before you had another one? And what was the next one?
Okay, I was probably about 7.
Oh, you're
7
little.
years old when that happened.
How scary. And then what was the next one you
the next time it happened, the next time it happened, I was in college, and this is a really freaky one.
Oh, boy. Okay,
I was
save
sitting
it.
in a room.
No, you got to save this one. We're going to have a break here, I think.
Oh,
freaky one after the break.
Okay, listen, I've got tons of stuff to talk about. So
all right, we'll talk about the college one next.
I gotta find this thing. I gotta play you my little hippie jingle.
Oh, cool.
Monster Castle, paranormal, digital radio.
You like that one?
Very cool.
Oh, weird. And this one is the one Darren did. I think this is it. Yeah.
It's midnight on the West Coast. But don't go to sleep now. It's time for Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Featuring Wolfman Mike, Jeff the Gray, Adam Shadow, and Darren, the man with 1,000 questions. Now join us as we explore the mysterious nature of our world. Igor, release the monsters from the dungeon.
It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio.
Willie in Alaska. Curtis Green, the Tolleson Wolverine. Eric, the Protector of Pacalis, and Joe Root, and Stabby McHugs.
Remote viewing, rabbit toys, glowing orbs, lost treasures, Martian artifacts, Sasquatch, and Wolfman Mike.
It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle. Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Radio show.
Dare in the dark and out of shadow.
Listen on TalkStream Live, KTLK, The Fringe FM.
All right, I forgot to mention Jeff in there. That was... Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the best song I think right here. This is going to be the best one ever. I can't wait to hear this. Here we go. Amia Franz. Extraordinary love.
Oh, baby. I love this extraordinary love. When you first moved in on me, I wasn't ready. Oh, babe, I didn't have the heart to give the love you gave. I'm so glad you chose to stay. You taught me how to believe. You rescued me, oh, babe. 'Cause I thought love couldn't be. Our love is, our love is extraordinary love. That's what it is. That's what you mean to me. Didn't throw it all away. Our love is extraordinary.
Yeah. What happened to that song? Oh, it was over. Right on. Amia, you still there? That was it, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to Darren offline because we lost connection with him because it's bad connection. So I kind of missed the ending of that.
I could hear it. I could actually hear it from my end. So I was hearing what you were hearing.
I want to say thanks to Darren and his kids for making that really cool song for Monster Castle Paranormal, and it's beautiful, and I love you guys, and that's awesome, man. I really appreciate it. And
it's kind of catchy.
You did a great job, Darren. That's much love, man. That was like we're a team, so it's for all of us, like that's for everyone, from everyone.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sure everyone feels the same way I do. That they're all thinking, "Thank you, Darren, for making that. That's awesome, man. Great job." I'm blown away. I didn't know you guys were multi-tracker musician family.
It's mostly my son, but we told Mayor where to lay down the tracks. It's pretty fun. She's really good. If we can
He
get her
just
to
used
sing.
synchronicity,
She's
didn't
bashful.
he? I think you just use synchronicity, isn't it? What's it called again? Or not?
Audacity.
Audacity, yeah. Synchronicity. Why did I say that?
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the freaked out, the college story.
Okay, well, we're in the last hour. I want to ask Amia if she would allow call-ins. If she wants anyone that has questions to call in.
That's fine, except I've got a lot that I wanted to talk about, Mike.
Okay. We probably won't get any callers. It might be one near the end. We don't get a whole lot. But should I open it or not?
Well, that's fine.
Maybe
I'm following your lead.
After 11:30? How about after 11:30, Michael?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Great suggestion. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So we got to get to the story.
Yeah, do the story for another half hour, and in the last half hour, I'll be accepting calls. I'm going to put the number up right now, okay? Yeah, put it in the speaker chat room. Okay, it's in the speaker chat room now. If anyone wants to call in the last half hour, if they got any questions for our guest. It's 775-990-8447. I'll announce it again in a half hour. Okay, let's
cue the music. I want the freaky story.
Okay, let's get into.
I've got a lot of different.
What was the story that you were?
One.
Before the break, you started telling a news story that was like or where it went from there.
Yeah, it was right. It was the only other time I saw a shadow person. I was in a room, and a girlfriend of mine was ironing. She was ironing shirts and whatever. And she was about probably 10 to 15 feet from where I was, and I had my back up against the couch. And she was standing, ironing, and she was looking across the room. All of a sudden, she stopped, and she had this look on her face like of horror. And she said, "I can't believe what I'm seeing." And I didn't turn around. She just said that she saw a black figure walking across in back, quite a ways in back of me across the room. It was a big room. And there was a bed that I was sleeping in at the time, and it had walked over to my bed and it stood there, and then it disappeared. How's that?
Maybe it went into the mattress. He was waiting for later.
Whatever it was pretty weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
But she stopped ironing, and it's like she looks over there, and I'll never forget the look on her face. But anyway.
So two of you, it was two of you that witnessed it?
Yeah, it was just her, and I didn't see it.
Oh.
But she described it as a black figure that disappeared once it got to where my bed was.
Whoa. So it's confirming the other thing you saw.
I don't know if it's this. She didn't describe.
Was it the same house?
It had a hat on or whatever.
Okay, was the two sightings in the same house? Were they both in in different houses?
No, the one sighting was when I was growing up, and the other was in college years later.
Oh my God, that's weird. And it was the same Hat Man thing?
No, she didn't describe it as having a hat.
Okay, then it was.
She
Yeah, that's fine. I understand now. I just wanted to make sure of that. Okay, then it's obviously not following you. I just want to make sure the damn thing wasn't following you, hon, because I don't want that there. He's got to go.
Well,
Someone's
I
got.
think maybe, but it could have been. It could have been.
No, it
I
wasn't.
mean,
There wasn't
these
this.
things can
No.
follow you even
No,
if
it was a
it's
different
years
one.
later.
There were so many of those. The smaller forms aren't the controlling. The Hat Man figures are the ones that control a little group. Like they're sent out. Like they're the sergeant of this little army. There's a whole bunch of Hat Mans. They're all over, but they're the leader of their little group of these little ones. That's the way they operate, like a military operation. That's what I find interesting.
Yes.
I see how that works, but I don't really know what they are. But I do know how they work. I've been studying that.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed this about them, is that they work like a military operation. The Hat Man is in charge of these little ones. And you can, other people come to the same conclusion. I've seen some blogs about it and stuff and read some things. Other people have confirmed the same, but I don't have any posts for it right now because I didn't expect to talk about that.
She said she has a lot of stories. What's the best story?
Keep going then. Tell us more stories.
Yeah, I've got tons of stuff I wrote down here from my
keep going
journal.
then. Okay, keep
you
going
guys
then.
want me to just rattle them off here?
No, just do the one, whatever one is that you really want to get out there, because we are in the last hour. So do the most important things first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one is when I was in college. My brother. No, wait. When my brother and I were growing up, 3 years before we were in college, and he went to college in the Midwest. I went to college in California. But prior to going to college, I had gotten these feelings that my brother was going to die. So, excuse me. So I had this feeling he was going to die 2 different times when I saw him lying in bed. One time was in the summer home, and another time was, there was another time when we were at a campground. And I just got this creepy feeling when I saw him that he was going to die. So then what happened was 3 years later, and I will never forget this, and I hadn't talked to him for about a year at this point. 3 years later, so I hadn't talked to him for a year at the 3-year mark. I didn't know my mother was the only person that found out my brother had died. She was the only one, because my sister was the one. He died really tragically. I won't go into what happened. So I was staying with friends of my parents in their house. They lived right in back of the junior college where I was going to college at the time. So one day we were all eating dinner. The family I was living with, my parents are from the East Coast. So anyway, I was eating dinner with the family. The lady answered the phone, and the look on her face, there's no way I could have known my brother had died. The look on her face was basically horrified. And she didn't say anything. She just said, Polly, they called me Polly growing up, your mom's on the phone.
And you know what? You knew it was your brother.
Well, I knew he was going to die because when my mother was about to say, I want you to brace yourself because I've got something to tell you, I said, Mom, you don't have to tell me. I already know my brother died. She said, yes. So there's that one.
Ugh.
So that's kind of a prophetic story. where I knew 3 years ahead of time he was going to die, and sure enough, and when my mother called. So, and let me see some other.
I had something like that I've never told Wolfman about. When I was in 4th grade, 3 weeks before my father passed away, I refused to go to school. I was sick every morning, and I kept telling him that something's going to happen. I thought it was my mom, that I was worried she was going to die, and it was a big deal. I mean, I wouldn't go to school. I was so nervous. And when they came to pick me up, when I'd look out the window and I saw my mom would be out there in the parking lot, I'd just be so relieved. And it was about a 3-week period. And then one day someone else came to pick us up. And when I got home, I had found out that my father had passed away. And that kind of, after that, I was 10, all that fear went away and just shocked the system, you know. But I haven't thought about that for a long time. I've never told you, Wolfman, about that. But the teacher was freaked out because it was a big deal in my class. You know, my mom was going in and she's like, "What's going on with Darren?" You know, and she said, "Well, she thinks something's going to happen to me, and he's having a lot of issues." And it was really unlike me. And then once my dad died, it's like they were giving me a hard time at school. The teachers were, and after my dad died, it was like they were really nice to me after that. But that was weird. That's something that happened to me.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. What would you call yourself? Are you like intuitive?
Me?
Type? Would you
I
call
don't know.
yourself? What would you? Spiritual gifts or whatever you've got?
Well, if that was one, maybe. Ever since I've been doing the show with Wolfman, work has been totally different. I really can pick up on people and how they're feeling before I even talk to them. I just have to look at them. So maybe I'm in a, you know, I don't know what you'd call that, but maybe I have some gifts. Maybe I just need to work on them. What do you think, Wolfman? I think he's gone.
He's gone. Oh my God, he
He said
disappeared.
DRB.
Oh, no, I didn't.
He said
I am here. I am omnipresent.
Yes.
But
What's the next? Do you have any other?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch. Let me tell you about this one. This is kind of weird. When I was in college living, I lived in various places. I lived in the dorm, in a couple of apartments. This story is where I lived in a studio apartment in a big complex where a lot of kids stayed going to university. So I went from a junior college, which was the last story, and then I moved and went to the university, and I was staying, at the time I was staying in an apartment. It was a studio apartment, and there was this lady. The kids all thought she was kind of goofy. I mean, she carried a Bible around and stuff. I didn't, because I'm a Christian. I accepted the Lord when I was 19. So
What? She carried the Bible around? She was a
carried
Christian
the
too,
Bible
right?
around, but she carried the Bible around, but she would talk to people all the time. Everywhere she went, she'd sit in the middle of the grass talking with people and stuff. And it was kind of a liberal school, so people weren't interested in God and the Bible and all that. So she was kind of something different for these kids.
So you don't call her a Christian?
What?
Interesting. So you don't call her a Christian?
No, she isn't. She was a Christian.
Okay,
She didn't bother
okay.
me at all. The other kids all were real liberal, so obviously they wouldn't gravitate toward what she was saying. But
course.
here's what's really interesting, and I really liked her. Some of the kids made fun of her because they were liberals, and they just didn't like that stuff. But I didn't, being a Christian, and I would sit occasionally, and we'd talk in between classes or when I had free time or whatever. One day, I was in my studio apartment, and in my apartment, there's just the door. It was really a small room. There was windows on one side, and there were no skylights. That's important to note with what I'm going to tell you. So I got a knock on the door. It was a beautiful sunny day. And she came in, and I had my back up against the wall with me, sitting up in my studio apartment bed. So she came in, and we talked a little bit, and then all of a sudden she was looking at me, and she had this look on her face like, oh my God. She described to me what I couldn't see. And again, there were no skylights. It was not a reflection of anything. There was a beam of light that she said came down onto my head, and there was like a halo over my head.
Yeah, I've had that once, but okay,
You're kidding.
I've had an experience like that.
Tell me.
I was sitting outside, but I want to hear more about yours. Okay, I'll tell you briefly what mine was, because I don't want to overpower my guests. I hate doing that. Okay, I was sitting outside under a tree one time. The first time it happened to me, I was actually golfing for the first time with my brother. I was about, I don't know, early teens or something. And I don't know, I was by myself trying to find a ball in this hedge, and it was all beautiful. Everything was so beautiful. The trees are beautiful. Everything seemed more beautiful than normal. Everything smelled good, and it was like everything was just amazing. And then all of a sudden, I seen this golden light come from the sky, and it came down and hit me in the head, like a golden beam of light.
Just out of the blue when you're outside?
Yeah. At first, it was, and my body felt like it was tingling all over, and it was really nice. I felt.
Did your brother see it?
No, I was all by myself, and it happened to be a few times in my life now. It like charges me up once in a while. It's weird, and I get this, and it's a boost of positive energy, and just to keep me going on my journey, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do here.
But wait, you felt something. In my case, I didn't feel anything. She was just describing this beam coming down with this halo over my head.
So you got hit with one?
No, I didn't.
It was someone else.
It was like a beam that came down.
No, wait a minute.
I'm telling you what she described.
Okay, that's what I mean. So she's describing what happened to you, or she's describing what happened to herself?
No.
I'm confused.
I was sitting in my bed. I was sitting in my...
No, but who did it... No, wait a minute. Who did it happen to? You or her?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because I was away for a second. I was just confused.
I'm trying to describe how it happened from her perspective.
I'm sorry, it's my bad. I had to leave for a second, so I got lost on what you were who you were talking about.
Yeah, Wolfman, come on.
I had to, man. I had to turn down my mic and go and do something with the dog, man.
Maybe she didn't need the boost of energy because she was already there.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't, you just didn't realize where it was coming from or whatever, but you got one, I think. Maybe you were already charged up.
Could be what you're describing.
You were already naturally charged up on your own, but it still hit you and maybe boosted you up a little bit, so maybe you really didn't notice it much.
Was
I
it
think it's still charged.
She said there was a beam of light that came down and there was a halo over my head.
Wow.
So anyway, that's what she was describing. I couldn't see it. But she
That's
was like,
amazing.
wow.
What an amazing story.
program.
What an amazing story for Good
please.
Friday.
Let me go to the
shit.
next story before I throw up. I'm just kidding.
No, that was great. That was an awesome story. And the thing about it is, I believe you.
I do too.
See, that's cool because you're picking up on the truth.
She was hit.
Because everything I'm telling you absolutely happened.
Someone else seen it.
No doubt.
And when it hit her, she had a halo around her head.
Wow.
But I didn't feel anything. It was just what she was describing.
My girl Sandra said she thinks
know.
it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Sandra thinks it's fucking
Here's
cool.
some more.
She said fucking
Here's
cool,
some
man.
more
That's fucking
stories.
cool.
Let's.
Okay. We're ready.
I know we're
She
running
didn't
out of
say
time,
that.
so-
I'm the
okay.
one that
We got-
swears.
we
She
got
just
another
said, hey,
35
wow,
minutes.
that's cool.
Well, I've got something that's going to make your hair
Barely get a caller.
stand on end.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's what we want. That's what we want. So we are at the bottom of the hour, but no, yeah. Okay, 10 more minutes, and 10 more minutes, and then we'll take a break. So, what do you think? You can do the story in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I've got more too, guys.
The hair.
Okay. Well, do you want to do? Can
We
you
need
do
that.
one? Can you do one 10-minute story now, and then we take a break,
Absolutely.
and then we'll do
like
another
I
one.
said, you're leading the way. I'm
Okay,
just
go
following.
ahead. You do one.
Okay,
like
here we go. This story, as far as timeline, this story would be where I'm living right now, where I'm sitting, in my home, with my family. Okay. My son, I have one kid, my son. My son and I left one day from the house I'm sitting in to go do some shopping and stuff. Now, before I tell you what happened when we came back, the back door of the house, which is where the kitchen is, has a little window in it. And the window has a curtain rod with a little curtain over it. It did at the time, it doesn't now. When we came back from shopping, we went into the kitchen, and I swear to God, excuse me, Lord, I'm not kidding. We walked in, and that white linen curtain was wound so tight. It was a poltergeist. A lot of people that are spiritually sensitive, they experience poltergeists and stuff because there's something about the other realm that's attracted to people that, you know, see things, hear things, whatever, that are not of this dimension. But here's the thing. I walked in the kitchen with my son, and my son was a witness to this. And the curtain was wound tight like a rope. I'm not kidding. And we went up to it, and we literally could not turn the thing back to unwind it without really having to really tug on it to unwind it. It was the freakiest thing I've ever seen. I'm not kidding.
That is weird. There's no wind.
And nothing. And you guys, nothing. There wasn't anything close to it. No wind. Nothing would have made that curtain turn like that. But I will say before the break, I'm going to tell you a couple other stories that happened in that kitchen.
Okay.
And the one I'm going to tell you, unless I've got time to tell
the haunted kitchen.
one more before the break.
Definitely.
Okay. In the kitchen, there was definitely paranormal activity going on at various times. In our house, for that matter. But in the kitchen, one night, my husband went upstairs to sleep with my son. And sometimes they would do that stuff anyway. But he went upstairs. Weston was really little at the time. Went upstairs, and boom, they were out like a light, sleeping. And I stayed downstairs, and I'm a night owl, so I like hanging out and reading or doing stuff. So I couldn't sleep, so I got up, and I went in the kitchen, and I was standing by the sink. And I was turning the water on and listened to this. It was the weirdest thing. Something all of a sudden whispered in I could feel the breath of this entity or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Breathing on my
I know
ear
what that feels like, too.
and saying in my husband's voice,
Yeah.
I love you. And I
Sandra,
could
oh wow,
hear-
that's good. It said something nice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and then when I turned around, there wasn't anything there.
What'd you do? Did you run upstairs to see if he was still in the bed?
No, I probably should have, but I didn't want to wake those guys, so I'm kind of used to stuff like this, so I've got so many tons of stuff, but when I felt that breath on my ear and I heard my husband's voice, first I thought it was my husband that had come down to say hi and say I love you.
Who do you think it was?
When I turned around, it wasn't him.
But who do you think it really was?
But it was
though?
his voice.
But who?
Mike.
Oh, it was your
my
husband's. Oh, okay. Well, that was. Where are you still in that house? Are you still in that house right now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Has it been treated? Has it been? Anyone looked after this yet?
Hold on.
No,
Well,
no.
we've-
I'm fucking
we've been
telling you
doing
guys.
this
Wait a
in
minute. I want to know.
George
I
Royal.
want to know. Has the house been exercised yet? And
No,
you're
it
living there right now. This is important. This is important, man. You gotta call someone that knows how to do it. I'm gonna have to send someone there or get in touch with someone for you.
No, I actually know some people that live in Richmond.
Do you think it's
and
possible
I've been
that
dying to get them over here to exercise,
you can do it
Michael.
also through Spaced Out Radio. They have a service for that too. Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio will also, and I don't have a one like he has connections better than me, so I refer people over to him. He's my West Coast. He's my West Coast brother,
I know a
man.
deliverance ministry. I mean,
do you think it's possible that your husband could have been astro traveling?
No, and I don't believe in that. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but we're all Christians in this house, so we wouldn't be doing stuff like that. We wouldn't even dabble in it.
What you can do on your own is get some salt, and you can use road salt or whatever kind of salt. Bring it to your whoever your church is. Bring it right to the priest himself. You got to have it and get him to bless that for you, and you can help him bless it.
I don't belong to a church.
Okay, so okay, that's fine.
For the
you don't need to.
online
That I just thought if I was just trying to be respectful when I said that. You don't. There's no need for you to belong to a church.
Sure.
You can still do it. Okay, you just do it on your own, and get some salt, and ask whatever you believe in, and invoke the names, and bring it into the salt, all the positive energy you can. And put it in the moonlight if you can. That's a good idea too. And whatever moonlight does charge it up. So anyway, put this salt. You sprinkle this salt. Darren, you're cracking up.
Well, see now, listen, you guys, because when we come back from the break, if it's okay, still, I've got other stuff to tell you that happened.
Okay, well,
Stuff
I didn't.
moving, all kinds of stuff in this house.
I didn't even go to break because I just want to keep going. I think because there's too much stuff to cover. We got only 30 minutes left, so I'm not going to put a song on unless you want me to. Because I'm really enjoying.
I'd like to tell my story.
Yeah, I think I want to hear your
Is that
stories.
okay?
Yeah, I don't even want to hear a song. Let's just hear the rest of your stories. But let me. Can I finish what I was saying about the?
Yeah.
Okay, when you bless the salt, and all you have to do. You walk around the property and invoke your spirits again and sprinkle that all around your house and tell that entity that's in there that it has to leave. And it will hear you and see what you're doing, and it will have to leave. It won't have a choice. It will leave, and it will be gone. And that's my story.
Okay.
I mean, that's my advice. Anyone can do this.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Sure. I can hear you.
Do you think it's possible it was a benevolent being? It said, "I love you."
Yes, I do.
Did it make you feel good, or did it feel evil?
No, it scared the shit out of me. Excuse me.
You know what, Darren? Evil always tries to befriend you and make you think that it is the good side. That's what it does.
I believe that. Yep.
So that would, just because it said I love you, actually, that's pretty creepy.
I felt creepy when it happened. And something told me, Mike, that it wasn't my husband, even though I turned around to see if it was, and there was nobody there. No, he was benevolent, in my opinion.
You think it was good?
There's
a
no
good
question
spirit?
about it.
No, you think it was bad or benevolent? You think it was good or
there's
bad?
No, definitely bad. And
Oh,
also,
benevolent means good. So, you mean malevolent means bad.
Yeah.
There was yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's get it
Yeah,
right.
it was evil. Why don't we just call it what it is, evil?
There you
It
go.
was just evil.
There you go.
Kurt Green just put in the chat room that he thinks someone may have put a curse on you.
I feel that there's a curse. I'm not going to go into a name, but because I'm real sensitive about stuff, and I don't have time to go into it. This happened quite a while ago, but anyway, I'm not going to go into the current thing right now, but, you know. All right, let's move on to the next story. What do you think? Okay.
Is it scary? I'm starting to get scared.
Oh, I've got some really scary stuff. You guys want to get scared? I've got some scary stuff.
I love it.
I want to be scared. Yes.
Oh, by the way, you guys.
We are enjoying this. We're not taking a break, and this is Monster Castle Paranormal. We're going to keep on going on with the scary stories. All right, let's go.
By the way, if I interrupt, it's because my phone is cutting out a little bit. So there's a little delay and stuff going on. I don't know what it is. On my end, maybe not your end, but my end. Okay.
You're in your kitchen, right?
I'm in my kitchen.
You're in your kitchen?
Yep.
Well, maybe that's the
Yeah,
problem.
but we're renovating this house. So the kitchen now is not the kitchen that we're fixing up at the moment.
Okay, thank God.
We're redoing this whole house. Yeah.
Yeah, I moved that sink to a different location.
Yeah, it would be kind of
Or
crazy
wherever
to be talking about it now.
Yeah.
Considering the show and everything. Okay, so let's move on to this one. As I've said, I've always been sensitive to the spirit realm, and I always have felt.
Damn, I just realized something. I have to correct something I said. Kurt Green didn't say you were cursed. He said you just cursed. So you swore. Because I always told him, when he says cursed, that means a whole different thing to me. That he thinks a cursed, it means a swear word. To me, that's a whole different word, curse.
Oh, he's shocked. He's shocked that. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's here. Kurt
swears sometimes.
I think Kurt's with us right now, I think.
Shh, I can't say anything.
Kurt.
Just shh.
What's that, Daddy?
I can't say nothing more right now. Just go on with your topic. Shh.
Go on with the topic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we basically established that I'm real sensitive in the spirit for things going on. Now, I'm gonna tell you about another thing that happened in this house.
Next creepy story.
You guys are cutting out in and out on my phone, but that's okay. I hear you and then I don't. As long as you can hear me and the audience can hear me, it's no big deal.
You're fun.
Am I cutting out on that end?
No, you're great. Go on.
Okay.
I love your story.
Okay, so Kurt.
No.
Nope. Glad you're back. That's neat that you're back and stuff. Okay, so in keeping with these different weird stories that have happened that I've talked about in the kitchen, the curtain, and then this whispering in my ear, I was sitting by my computer in my bedroom, same house. This happened about 3 years ago, I think. And my back was to a faux fireplace with the mantle which had a cross on top and a bunch of other little stuff. And all of a sudden, I heard a slam on the floor. And first of all, the cross could not have fallen on its own. No way. It was a heavy cross. There's no wind that would blow across the mantle. Nothing. So the cross was secure, standing upright on the mantle with the back part. I've actually built this. It's got like a cement type. It's faux, but it's this cement-looking thing in the back of the mantle. So anyway, the cross itself was flat against it. And even though it wasn't attached, it had been there for months. All of a sudden, I heard this slam on the floor, and I turned around, and the cross was lying flat, not upside down, but flat on the floor. And I turned, but I didn't tell the story entirely right. It fell. I heard the slap, but as I turned, I saw the cross just out of the corner of my eye.
You saw the cross, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, that means everything all right. If you see the cross, you're all right, my Lord Christ. He conquered death. Everything all right.
And it landed
you don't
upright,
think that
right?
was weird or evil or anything?
Whether laying down, upright, backwards, whatever. If you see the cross,
It was.
that means everything all right. Everything, my Lord conquered death. You can kill me, and I'll conquer you. Okay. Everything all right. Good sign if you saw the cross.
Well, it fell off the wall.
That's Kurt's opinion, and I would, you're welcome to take his advice.
So,
But other people,
Okay.
may have different opinions of what happened.
did you put Jesus back up on the wall?
Well, it fell in one piece, with the Jesus on it, and then I put it back up, and it's
Yeah.
never flown off or done anything.
Did it actually move forward ahead from the wall, or was it straight down on the floor, like it slid right down the wall, straight down? Or did it move away from the wall?
Oh no, it's on a mantle, like a fireplace mantle, but this is a faux fireplace.
Okay.
So
Did
the
you actually
bottom
see
of
it
the
fly
cross is
across
made
the
out of
room?
wood.
Okay, what I'm asking you, did you see a vertical flight path?
Out of the corner of my eye, just the minute I turned, and then I saw it kind of falling and then slapping. on the
Okay,
ground and landing.
so it was horizontal. It was vertical.
It fell straight
I
down.
want straight down, straight.
Does it matter?
No,
Does
it
really
does.
matter?
No, it's really important,
does.
Kurt. It's huge, man. It's night or day. It is huge.
Oh.
It's a big deal. I need to know.
Oh, shut up.
I researched this
It's a
shit,
big
and
deal.
that is a really important fact. That's why I'm
If it
asking
flew
it.
across the
I
room.
think you're
Okay, well, I
right.
think you guys are missing one little important
Yes,
piece of it.
Jesus. Wolfman
Okay,
missing
the
Jesus.
top of the mantle. The
Oh.
top of the mantle. Picture a fireplace mantle.
Yes.
Picture there. It's like a shelf, right? And then in back of
Picture
it, because it's a faux
Titanic
fireplace.
fireplace
yeah.
mantle right now.
Yeah.
Down there.
So it
close
slid
your
It's
off the
a
mantle.
mantle like a shelf. Yeah.
Mm,
And the
Titanic.
cross
So
is
it's in-
upright.
That clock
against the-
on the mantle in Titanic.
Did it slide sideways or straight ahead and down?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Uh-huh.
This is important, darn it.
Please describe
Okay,
it in
Rick.
The
detail.
nature of the fall of the cross.
Oh, there you go.
Right, and I'm going to tell you, this is why I think it's so weird.
we are waiting.
We are waiting. I should put a clock sound on right now. Tick
Well,
tock,
if you
tick
quit
tock,
talking,
tick
she
You know,
tock,
I
tick
have the
tock,
floor.
tick tock, tick tock.
Stop talking.
Okay, I'm going to...
Stop
Yeah, I
talking.
want to tell
This
you
is
because
Titanic.
I think, Mike, where you're going, I have to agree with you that I think this was unusual. First of all, it's a mantle top like a shelf. And the cross was standing upright against like a cement part in back. Think of it as a wall, but it's not. It's just the cement part of the chimney. So the cross is upright flat against the wall. It's not attached to the wall, but the end part of it, the bottom part of the cross, is sitting on the mantle. So it's upright against a wall, basically, with the shelf. This thing fell, and it's been there for months.
Okay.
It fell, not straight
Let me
down.
talk.
It would have had to come out from the wall and then fall straight.
Okay, now that's where I'm. Okay, thank you. That's the detail
Okay.
I was waiting for. That's exactly it. So it
Did
would have
you-
had to move forward, which is that's a horizontal movement.
Forward 4 at least 6 inches in order to drop.
So basically, it defied gravity.
So it didn't.
What
it
I'm
didn't hit the
saying,
mantle
no,
either.
seriously,
You didn't hear a clunk
Lord!
on the mantle.
it defied gravity.
It was already on the mantle. The bottom of the
What you're
wood
telling me is the
picture
thing
would
defied gravity. It's impossible, but it happened.
Madonna.
It defied the laws of physics, but it still happened. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, it defied the laws of exactly.
I
So
love
it would be
Madonna,
like
by the way.
something normally would have to pick it up and
Yeah,
throw it
okay,
down
good.
past the shelf of the
Well,
Of the
you know,
mantle. So you didn't hear it hit the mantle at all. It just went straight to floor.
Sandra,
No,
and,
it's just-
listen,
The
my
only
wife
thing
Sandra and I
heard
have
was
seen,
when it hit
we've
the
witnessed
floor.
all kinds of things flying
Right.
around. Okay, We're not-
Sandra.
yeah, no, we've seen things fly around in our house. Hey, girl.
What a great name, Sandra.
Yeah,
Sandra.
she's
What a
here.
great
She's
name.
here. She's listening,
I
but
have
she can't
my
hear you
aunt
guys
Hi,
very good
Sandra.
Hi,
because I'm on a
Sandra.
mic. I can say hi to her.
I have an Aunt Sandra.
Kurt and everyone says
Aunt-
hi.
Hello. Hello, lady.
Sandra.
My Aunt Sandra, Uncle Gordon, they have a dairy farm in Idaho.
Oh no, we're not talking about dairy farms.
Sandra.
Not this.
And she's the best aunt of all.
No, we can't switch to dairy
Sorry.
farms. Sorry, Kurt. No way. No.
Oh, but Aunt Sandra.
Cutting you off quick. No.
I love you, Aunt Sandra.
No, we're going to
No,
go
we're
back
done.
to the topic. Thank you, and
I'm
you're
sorry.
on.
Okay.
The owners of Macy on Titanic. All right, next scary
No,
story.
it was
Next!
Ida-
Customer, please.
All right, now this one is so cool.
Next customer, please. Can we have the guest back?
Sandra.
Let's move on from the cross. We
You have to
From
meet
one
Aunt Sandra.
woman
You'll
to the
meet her
other.
one
Hello,
day when we all
Sandra.
die.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
have to meet Aunt Sandra.
Amia says hello to Sandra.
Okay.
Hello,
She's so-
Sandra.
You're going to like her
She-
music, too. It's cool.
Brown-eyed girl, Aunt Sandra.
Very cool.
Uncle Gordon.
Never
would
a
have-
dull moment, I'm sure, over at that.
Do you
house.
got any
Really cool.
country original
Yeah,
style?
Jack-
You got any songs that are
Jack-
country style originals?
And Sandra
No,
Jack Mormon.
But I
She
do have a
Jack.
soft rock one that I'm recording this year. It's got
Oh, I was also going to ask, do
Um,
you have an album that's complete or just have songs, singles?
no, I've got Songs of the Soul, which is out now.
Oh, it's an album?
And you guys can
Okay,
go to
cool.
my I'll talk about that later, before at the end if you want.
Why
I've
don't
got
you just
one
rattle it off
album
right
out,
now?
and then
Because
another
we're
album
20 minutes to the
coming out
end.
this year.
Okay, if you want. We're 20
Yeah,
minutes to the
let's
end.
get
So
to this. I don't want you guys to miss some of this.
okay, go ahead.
We
Oh,
had a
okay.
bird. It's a parakeet. And the parakeet, we just love this bird. This bird has so much personality. I mean, it was like a buddy type bird, but it was a parakeet. And we play with it and stuff. And then one day, it was
Play
in the
that
middle of
song.
the afternoon. And my son opened the door, and we had the bird, and the bird was, he was on my hand or something. The bird just flew right out the back door. The bird flew up into a huge tree, just not far from our house in the other yard next to us. And we called for it. It kept calling back to us. And then it flew from one tree to the next. My husband got 2 bird cages because we had 2 parakeets, and they were buddies. So we figured if we could bring both cages out, maybe the other bird, who was chirping like crazy, wanting the other bird back. So this bird was flying from one tree to the next. And anyway, James took and put the 2 bird cages on top of a garage across the street. It flew over in the tree over there. And then he swooped down almost like he was going to say goodbye, like he was saying goodbye, because we never saw him again after that. But he swooped down and my husband almost grabbed the bird, but then he flew off. But I'm going to go back in time now. This is the most miraculous thing that this vet said of all the pets, he's an animals, and he was a bird specialist. Of all the animals he ever had come through his veterinary clinic, he'd never seen anything like this. The bird got out of the cage about 3 months prior to what I just described.
They flew off?
What?
They flew off, the birds?
Well, I'm telling you that I should have told what I'm going to say now before I told you what I said a minute ago. Where the bird had moved down and then flew off. Okay, so now we're going to go back probably about 6 months prior. This is what I should have started with. This bird we had him out of the cage, and he flew across the floor, and we have dogs here. And our poodle went up and grabbed the bird and injured the bird to where he broke the bird's leg, one leg, and then also caused some puncture wounds that after about 3 days we can see the bird was probably going to die if we didn't get him to the vet. But listen to what happened.
Your dog grabbed the bird?
Our dog, yeah. My dog.
Okay.
This is harrowing. So what happened?
But listen to what happens, because it's so unbelievable. I'll never forget this. There was a reason and there's a reason for why this bird lived. And then the story I just told you is, at first, I'll explain why that had significance. But I'm kind of going backwards, putting the cart before the horse. So
it's okay. So it's a miracle bird.
It is, because we took him to the vet, and the vet flat out said this bird had a 1% chance of living.
Real quick,
1%.
What kind of bird? Is it like a penguin or a?
No, not a penguin.
A parakeet.
It's not in Alaska, man. Willie's not there, and he don't eat penguins.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I just want to know what kind.
Okay. Yeah, we don't live in the North Pole or the
So
South
this
Pole.
dog grabbed this parakeet. Okay,
The bird survived the dog attack. It was a miracle.
Let her tell the
No,
story.
but it's beyond.
You all
it's
talk too
beyond that.
much.
It's beyond that, because when the doctor came in and examined the bird, he said the bird's leg was broken. He'd have to amputate it if the bird even lived another day. He said, you're going to have to keep the bird here. Yes, his best chance of living is here. Something told me, and I believe it was Dot, told me, do not listen to this vet. And I'm glad I didn't, because the vet gave him a shot because he had
Quit playing all that in the
starting
background.
to come in. What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so okay,
She can't
I'll do what you said. So
So what happened was, I went against the doctor's orders to keep the bird there, and something told me if we left the bird there, the bird wouldn't survive, because they wouldn't take care of it. They've already decided he had a 1% chance to live. I just didn't trust that they weren't going to take care of him. Well, something was up, because they gave us the pills, they gave us the different medications. The doctor flat out, I could tell by the look in his face, after he said the bird wouldn't live for, a 1% chance. He didn't think the bird would live overnight. So we took the bird home. He said, if it lives for another week, bring it back. The bird not only lived for another week, but when we took that bird back, he said the leg on that bird was not broken. And he said it's a bona fide miracle. He said not only the leg not being broken, it was totally healed. We could tell the bird was starting to perch. and stuff, which was weird because it was only dragging the leg when we first brought it there and brought it home to take care of it for a week. So when we brought it back, the leg not only wasn't broken, but he said, it is a miracle this bird's even alive. And so he wrote on the certificate, he wrote down, and I've still got it, he wrote down this bird had a 1% chance to live. The leg was miraculously healed somehow. And he flat out told me, and my son and my husband, he said he's never seen anything like it.
Wow. What a story. Dang. Does the bird come back and visit you or anything?
Hold on.
Well, that's what I was saying. We brought him back, and then a whole year, 6 months went by. We had the bird out. The bird flew out. The bird flew out the door. He was going from tree to tree. And then what I was explaining earlier, he swooped down at James. James tried to grab him, and then he flew off. We never saw him again. But do you know what I believe God showed me from that?
Yeah.
What God showed me was what's going on in the world right now. Okay,
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell you the last thing, which is the most amazing thing, and I've got to get it in because it's part of my spiritual walk. Okay.
I love you.
So the
Go ahead.
bird flew off. We never saw him again. But with all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, the earth changes, stuff happening in the skies, the oceans dying, sinkholes. I could go on and on and on. God showed me when that bird was basically saying by leaving us that there was going to be a huge change happening on this planet. And at the time this happened, it was like 5-6 years ago. So all this weird stuff that's been going on, you guys, the sinkholes and stuff happening in the skies and more UFOs and all that stuff. I believe God was showing our family through that bird. That's why that bird lived miraculously, to show us through my sensitivity. God was trying to help me communicate with my family to tell me that there was going to be a lot of shit changing in the world. And ever since 6 years ago, I'm sure you guys can know that from 6 years ago to now, a lot's happened spiritually and everything. So let me get to the last story. Okay. The last story has to do with a film that I'm going to be playing the lead part in. And there's going to be a famous actor playing the male part. And this happened on Kurt's watch because I've been working with Kurt, my publicist, for my music career for about
Kurt, I didn't do
months
nothing.
now. What?
You said Kurt's watch. What?
Kurt Bazzelli. He's my publicist.
Is it C-U-R-T or
He's another
K-U-R-T?
Kurt.
K or
He's
C?
another Kurt. It's a C.
Oh my!
It's actually
I'm
Curtis, but it's
I'm gonna
Kurt.
mute myself now. I don't have nothing. Shh. Go ahead.
Curtis. Just
Curtis
like you,
is
Curtis.
actually his.
Watch out
Right,
for those
Curtis.
Curtises.
Hi,
Watch
Kurt.
out.
If Kurt's listening, if she's not asleep yet. Okay, so here's what happened. Nothing like this has ever happened except, and I've never written a movie synopsis or script or anything. The only thing close to it is sometimes I've written lyrics for my song where the lyrics just come to me in one grouping, like the verse and whatever. But in this case, I've never written a synopsis for a film. And I spent 2 solid weeks, and Curtis, my publicist, can verify this. I spent 2 solid weeks up till 3-4 a.m. in the morning sometimes, where the words came to me for this movie. It's going to be a feature film. Like I say, I'm going to play the lead, and there's going to be you know. Anyway, Kurt's
Who plays the parakeet? That's a joke.
It's not about that. No, but what's fascinating? No, it's
like automatic writing.
Like automatic writing. It is almost like automatic writing because
I want to talk to Curtis.
The other what?
I want to talk to Curtis.
He was
Is
hoping,
he available
he was
to talk
hoping
to?
Curtis would call in. Curtis, if you're listening, call in our number.
Yeah,
All
call
right, there
in,
you go.
Curtis.
Curtis
Okay,
wants
but
to talk
listen,
to
I want to
Curtis.
get this out. I want to
Okay.
get this out so you guys
You
can
don't
hear it.
know
First of all, I'm not a historian.
issues you have having a name.
I
named
hated
Curtis.
history. I hated history when I was in high school. I hate it.
The issues
It was
we have.
boring. I'd rather be in the music and the art department. But anyway, so this particular movie synopsis is very involved.
What's your
it's
name,
a certain time
Curtis?
period, which is the 1500s. It's during the time when
Curtis, yeah.
merchants were sailing and doing business with different ports, and it takes place over in Europe and between Ireland, England,
Well, you should be
Spain,
named that.
and
Well,
South
I am
Africa.
Curtis.
What?
Were you getting
Nothing.
information? Are you a historical expert, or were you getting extra information?
No,
do
I
you think?
just said my phone must be goofy because it's cutting in. No,
It's me. It's me.
And I'm talking over you,
Right,
and I'm sorry.
I'm just saying I had already said that I'm not. I hated history, and I didn't know anything about this time period, the 1500s, with the merchant ships, and I got the names that came to me, the names, King Alexander Wyndham III, all this stuff, which is just a made-up name, but it's
they're-
called
they're
Esther and the Prince. What?
Are they historically accurate?
Well, the part of it that's historically accurate are not the names of the characters. I'm going to play the part of Esther, but it's the time period and how each aspect of the story, and there's high sea adventure and everything in it.
Our Father
Everything just
who art
came
in heaven,
together.
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as
Kurt,
it is
you
in
are
heaven.
so right.
Give
God
us this
help me
day
write
our
this
daily
story.
bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Amen.
And lead
Amen.
us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Thine
is the power and the glory.
is the kingdom and the
Kurt,
power
listen, Kurt.
and the glory.
This story was written through me by God. I truly believe that with all my heart. There was no way I could have written it. It blows my mind, my husband's mind. Kurt said it's a brilliant synopsis. He said
God
it's a
causes
masterpiece.
all things.
He
to work
said it. I didn't. Kurt, get on the phone.
Oh.
He actually said that.
Love God.
The first
and a-
time he read it, he said it's a masterpiece, and I could never have written it.
8:28. Oh, my Lord causes all things, everything you go through, my Lord caused to work for his good. God causes all things to work for the good to those who
Mike,
love
will you
God.
invite me on your show again? I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Curtis.
You're always welcome here. You got lots more
God.
stories. You'll be back.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
for sure.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask Kurt a
I
question?
can't believe Curtis.
Mike, a
Okay,
question.
that
yeah.
has-
Yeah.
Listen, I cannot express more strongly that to answer the question about the historical context of it, yes, it is with respect to it's the Elizabethan era, the 1500s. I didn't know anything about merchant shipping and everything. And when you read this synopsis, it fits together in that time period. Even the food that I was
Wow.
led to read online, the type of food at this banquet, the whole thing.
That is
And do
amazing.
you want to know? I don't want to give the story away, but it's a
That is-
Christian-based story. Christian-based. And this,
Did you? Okay, someone from the chat room's asking. Did you say that you wrote a story that God dictated to you?
Is that what we
I
heard?
wrote a synopsis for a feature film, never having written one before, and I believe, and every word I was typing on the computer keyboard was coming out of me. I wasn't thinking. I hadn't thought about this for a while and then typed it. It was just coming out. Boom, boom. The names came out. Everything came out. I just typed. It was like I was just a little typing person. Typing it out. It was just coming out.
Wow.
When does the movie come out?
Blowing my mind, man. That's so wild.
That's
That's groovy. I like it. I like it. That is groovy. And spooky, too. I love it.
Well, my publicist. Not Kurt, the guy on the line, if he's still there.
I was going to say, he's
No,
kind of
it's
a
Kurt.
prophet, but I don't know about that.
Anyway, you guys probably think I'm totally crazy now, but we're all crazy on this show, right? But I was blown away by this. Nothing like this has ever happened.
You are the least crazy person on this particular show.
Brown, Trout, Curtis.
I'm not scared now.
Did you have fun?
Did somebody just say, did I have fun? There's so much loud.
Yes.
Find out.
I had a blast. I'm having so much fun, I'm not sure if I'm going to sleep the rest of the night. How's that?
Oh, that's so sweet.
We have fun. Truth fun. What is Curtis's last? I have to know that.
Let's try to get Curtis. I can give you his last name. It's Bizzelli. He's Italian, and he's
How do you spell it?
It's B-I, hope I spell this right, he'll kill me. B-I-Z-E-L-L-I.
Bizzelli.
And by the way, what?
Oh, my Lord.
Bizzelli.
What?
He's Italian.
Is
And he says fiery as I am. I'm German, English, Irish, but I'm mostly German.
Does he live in like Boston? Where does he live? Curtis Bizzelli.
I think he lives down in Missouri.
Missouri. Oh,
He used to live in Texas. He lives in Missouri now.
Does he live in like a trailer or something out in the woods or what? Curtis.
No, I don't think so. No, he doesn't. I know he doesn't. He lives in an apartment.
Wolfman. There's a Curtis out there that she gets her information from. Oh no. In Missouri.
You know what? I gave it, you guys, I gave it to Curtis like about 2 months ago. He's got some people interested in it. He knows a lot of people in the film business.
Does he? Oh,
he
do
got
you know
it.
his
He
middle name
read
by
it.
chance? Might it be Eugene Curtis? Do you know his middle name?
No,
Curtis.
I don't actually. Oh, wait, Curtis R. I think the middle initial is R. I think it's
R?
Curtis R. Bizzelli. Yeah.
Oh no, R. We'll put it.
I still am reeling
Shut
about the
up,
parakeet
Derek.
flying
Shut
away.
up. Shh.
I can't
You
see
feel
anything
what?
on the show, Kurt. I feel so
What?
bad the parakeet flew off to heaven.
I know. I know. We all cried. We.
You know what? I just want to go
bird
to
was-
heaven. You know, I can see Jacqueline Kennedy looking out at me laughing. It's a shame.
What is that? Was out of the blue, Jacqueline Kennedy. What does that have to do with the bird?
I just saw her. She laughed. What is Curtis?
Out of time, ladies and gentlemen.